What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Beck Easy.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Johan.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Danny.
Hey, guys. It's Trell, and this is
The Team. It felt good to say that.
I didn't know we started.
I just got right into it. I was excited or whatever.
We're back.
Hey, guys.
She's
I'm
back
back
like
like
cook crack.
good crack.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
It's good to be
back.
back.
Yes,
It's good to
she's back.
record. See how you guys are doing. It's lit. It's the last episode of 2020. Listen, this year has been a wild ride.
This year was long. I'm looking at all the shit that happened. I'm like, this happened this year?
It's long, but I feel like it went really fast.
It really did.
Because I'm like,
It flew
damn.
by.
When Christmas, I was like, damn, it's Christmas already. Like the New Year's is going to be this
I
week.
feel like the years always go by rather fast, but this year I feel like it went by even faster.
Yeah.
It's like
Because
Somebody-
it's like in the house. It's so much routine, so you don't know what day of the week it
right,
is. And the next
yeah,
thing
that's
you know,
true. Right. I know somebody was like, it's almost time for our quarantine anniversary again.
I know.
It
I
really
know.
is.
It really is. It's crazy.
Blink of an eye, March 13th, March 14th.
I
around
went
there.
to Target
crazy.
yesterday and they had TurboTax. I was like, damn, is that time of year?
I've been getting the notifications.
I think it was Saturday. She was like, I'm just logging into my TurboTax to prepare myself to practice.
I did mine late, so I did mine in like August. Oh, no, July.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, because they gave the extension. Yeah. So how's everybody's weekend was to this weekend?
It was Christmas. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas was better than expected. I was not in the spirit at all.
Me either. It took
And I
me
called you and you
forever.
ain't answer the phone.
I called you back.
I realized that the next day.
Yeah, I wasn't in the spirit at all. However, it was better than expected. So,
Oh, did you get a gift from a friend?
and you know what? I'm glad we're talking about that because as I was listening, recapping, it's like a friend, your friend. Did you go to see your friend?
The friend.
All we're talking about is friends. Like that wasn't even
How
your
many of us
friend.
have them?
Right. That's
Christmas was straight. I didn't leave the house. I knew I wasn't going to leave the house.
Yeah.
I left the house only to bring my baby to her people's. And then
That
I
was
ended up
sad.
getting caught up there because it's like, oh, you want some cake?
Yeah.
Do you want a cocktail with your cake?
Right.
And then next thing I knew, I was 3 cocktails in.
Yeah. Hey. All be merry.
Right.
Mhm.
Christmas Eve, I rented out a movie theater so that we could
yeah.
all go and watch The Grinch. It was so cute.
It was
The theater was
fun.
just for us. They only allowed 20 people in the theater, but it was only 13 of us and the kitties.
How was Benny's first Christmas?
He did so well. His Christmas Eve, he did really good at the movies. He was up.
Yeah.
He was alert. He was watching the movie. In the beginning, he was screaming like, I don't know why, because he hated the reindeer ears that I had on him. And then he watched the movie the whole time until like maybe 30 minutes at the end, he fell asleep. Christmas, he was okay. And then he just was crying because I just kept getting on his nerves, I guess. And then I just kept bothering
Stressing him
him.
out.
Yeah, like I'm like, I need pictures. 'Cause I got to send him to his grandparents, his godparents, like Merry Christmas. I wanted him to be, I had the tripod up with the picture, with the camera, because I wanted him to be up while I opened his gifts for him. So I could send it to the people that gave him gifts, but he wasn't with it. He was asleep and then he woke up and then he was chilling. So his mother's extra. Maybe next year it'll be better.
Right,
it'll be better.
It'll
definitely
be
be
better
better.
next year.
So
Like he's 6
one-
weeks old, right? Like he probably like, what the hell is
Relax.
going on?
I
Right.
don't care about none of this.
I got my pictures though, so that's all that matters.
But you know, boys don't like taking pictures anyway.
No.
Right. That's true.
Oh my
AJ
gosh.
was a struggle when he was a baby.
Now
He's better?
Okay.
Not really, but it was worse originally. Like he
Yeah.
hated it.
It'd be like that.
For
Listen,
the
he
memories,
better-
Danny always reposts her memories. So I'm looking at the evolution of Kendall.
The evolution. Yeah.
And pictures and the wall and how like her smile has changed and her features.
Mhm. The wall, right? Her picture's up against the wall.
I like to have a clean background.
But yeah, Christmas was good. Maternity leave has been cool. I just been chilling in the crib.
Mhm.
I'm not going back till February to work, so
Nice
that's a
little break,
blessing.
right.
Yeah, so motherhood has been cool.
And you prepared for it.
Yeah. I made sure my weeks was aligned, make
Yeah.
sure shit was right.
I forgot what
But yeah.
episode we're talking about preparation.
Listen, not prepared. I'm like, I'm not going back
Right.
for a while. So
Right.
yeah, all is
Yeah.
good.
My weekend was the same as y'all's. Christmas. Like Joe, it took me I didn't get into the spirit up until maybe Christmas Day.
Oh, sorry.
What, Joe?
Because me and her just get.
Y'all
Go
so
ahead.
aggy.
Mad rude.
Y'all so aggy. Anyway, I didn't get into the
'Cause
spirit
she's
until
like-
day of barely.
Sorry. When you said it's the same as ours, I'm like, nah. Okay.
For the most part, my weekend was the same as the teams. I spent Saturday with a friend.
Okay.
I spent Saturday with
Let me upgrade.
I spent Saturday with
Yeah, Aggie.
Oh, that was one of the lines.
Oh,
friend.
for Beyonce.
I had a good weekend.
That's good.
I'll leave it at that.
That's good. That's good.
I was so
Joe,
jagged
you
about
got
it.
a line for us?
Yeah, I wasn't in the spirit either until Christmas Eve, like the night,
Yeah.
when I was
Right.
wrapping the gifts, because I'm like, I'm excited for her to see, and she's so much of my child that she wasn't even that excited. She was like, "Oh my gosh, this is nice."
Not like,
Right? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
That's
big ass
it?
dollhouse you got right here.
That's true.
like-
You do be
She
blind.
getting older.
She's like, that's
I
it.
was
She getting
like,
older.
Ew.
That's
Yeah.
I'm like, I recorded it so I could send it to her dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even want to send this to nobody. Like, we could sat up at night rapping and putting this shit
Right,
together.
right.
And then this is the reaction that we get.
I just got a side eye and then a
Right.
cry for Passy. He literally, the side eye was crazy.
He got the crazy.
That's that's going to be his personality.
It is.
Absolutely. I love it. He's just so unbothered.
Yeah.
And then his mother's extra. He's
Right.
like, he's going to be like, Ma.
That's his father's
He's gonna definitely
side.
be like his father.
Anyway, Joe, you got a line
I
for
don't have a
us?
line. So I was thinking about, so when I was prepping, I was doing all the lines. And then, so this one made me chuckle the most. So this is from episode 63, Raising a Man, with Slay and
Oh,
all
yeah.
our male guests. And the line was from Wash the Why are you laughing?
Why you look over here?
I'm just
so
looking
annoying.
straight. Where else do I look? Anyway, so the line was from Watch the Throne. And then after I said it, they were like, yeah, that's the one song I skip. They were like, it'd be like, when I get an album, I listen to 3, Otis. And they said
yeah,
another
I
thing.
remember that. I remember
He
that.
was like, yeah,
He's like, that's one of the songs that definitely ain't getting listened to.
right.
That's
So that was
funny.
probably one of my favorite. Now that I'm thinking about it, this probably started the trail, strong and wrong. So it was Beyonce Upgrade You, and I said it, and it was I Could Do For You what Martin Did For The People, ran by the way, but the woman keep the tempo, and then she
What did I
goes,
say?
Beyonce Ego.
mad hard
Strong
with
and
it.
wrong.
Like, oh, I know it.
I'll take
At least
Right.
the artist was right.
The artist was right.
What episode was
I was
that?
on the
I don't
right
remember.
page.
That was
That text was
episode
stupid.
probably Go in Peace.
Okay.
Because I know I said strong and wrong somewhere in here because I wanted to point that out.
That's funny.
Of course you did.
But I mean, this year
Yes,
we did,
Go in Peace, March
Yeah.
10th.
we did really good this year with our drop that line
Lines,
guesses. And
You did.
we
And
did
I
very
was
well.
creative this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
We did
Was
really
it this
good.
year
I'm
we
proud of
started
myself.
the instrumental, or
I
were we
think
already
so.
doing that?
Oh,
No, she was already doing it.
Yeah, but I think a couple times I played the whole song. So during our Zoom meetings,
Oh, yes.
I did not do a drop that line. I just played the whole song, What's Going On, and then a Michael Jackson, What About Us?
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't really do drop the lines when we
That's
did Zoom
crazy.
Zoom.
Yeah, like shout out to us for being able to say,
Persevere.
all right, damn, niggas is stuck in the house. Like, what the hell we gonna do?
Right.
And be able to just switch up and say, all right, we just gonna have to make it do what it do. And still
Flexibility.
being
I
able,
know.
yeah,
I'm
still being
looking
able
now.
to drop
Like, how many
episodes.
do we end up doing?
I think
I
it
think
was
it was
like
four or five.
Yeah,
Because
Did we take a
quarantine
break?
was our first. We took a little break.
we took
We
one
did. We
week,
took
one week
off.
of a break. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we was like, what the fuck?
When we did Go in Peace, we was like, okay, we're back. So we
Yeah.
took-
Oh, that was.
We had Go in Peace and we had Quarantine. That Quarantine was our last one
Quarantine.
here.
Yeah,
Oh, was that last one? Was that Zoom? Okay, so Metro Zoom was our first one. So we did about 4.
we had a girls' night out this year on the Zoom.
Ladies' night, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
the
Oh,
ladies'
yeah.
night. That was fun.
I'm like, we
That
had a
was
girls'
fun.
night out.
Like,
Yeah,
did
we were trying
I
to
wish.
make do as much as possible.
We do have an episode called
Yeah.
Ladies.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah. So, any hot topics?
Not this.
No,
not
not really.
I just hop right into
I'm trying
it.
to think.
Nobody tried it? Has anybody tried it?
So I had posted like, yo, somebody DM me. Let me know who tried it. I have someone in my mind that tried it, but I'm going to keep it to myself. Right. In my personal life.
Of course. Give us both.
Oh yeah, me too. People have been trying me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You definitely. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna. Yeah. But did any of y'all get any like future texts for Christmas?
No.
I seen somebody posted was like, my life is on a high road because I didn't get any toxic.
Yeah, same.
I get not
holiday
even
text.
one from anybody.
I know. Yo, usually my phone be blowing up like ding, 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 Merry Christmas. Everybody
Like
just
no, my
I
godmother
never-
ain't text. Like nobody said. I mean,
you did. Yeah, he
So
tried.
I didn't. I guess that was kind of a future text,
Yes.
right? So I was talking to this guy last year, this older person last year.
oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Gas
And
station?
at the top of
Yeah.
at the top of the year, I
Who is
like
this?
It's so funny that
oh yeah. So at the top of the year, I had like cut it off and was like, we could. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm bored or whatever.
Right.
And he was like, well, we can still be friends. I'm like, friends is fine, whatever. And then I remember we hadn't talked that much after, but I had reached out. Everybody was like really getting sick with COVID and stuff to see how he was doing because he old.
You
he
petty.
old.
I remember that.
He's old, but he's not.
He's that old, but he's old.
Yeah.
And he might be. I don't know.
He got an
He might be
underlying
susceptible.
condition.
Anyway, I just was reaching out to make sure niggas are still alive.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he gonna write who this or something like that. So I'm like, Trail.
He was
And
like,
he goes, Trail from where? I didn't respond.
Right.
Sure enough, Christmas Day, you texting me Merry Christmas. Why are you texting me? You don't know
That
who
you don't
this
know
is.
who this is, right?
It's like how many trails do you know?
Right.
It ain't
And
like
it's the
Michael
same-
or Mike or something like
It's
that.
the same number.
Right.
When
But
when I look at the message, it goes from him asking who this and me ignoring it to him talking about Merry Christmas.
That shit was so funny when I read it, when you screenshot and sent it. I'm like, how you go from trail from where? Merry Christmas.
Right.
Like, what?
So yeah,
Trail from the
he's
gas
sitting right on red.
Right.
He's sitting right on red.
Yo, that shit was so funny.
But yeah,
yo.
other than
I
that,
was in the
no.
house cracking.
I look at this like, is my eyes deceiving me? Bye.
I didn't get no
Bye,
future
nigga.
texts, but I feel like my everyday life is a future check. So,
You getting one from
right.
every
That's
day.
stupid.
Yeah, no, I didn't get any future texts.
Do you send future texts? Because you might.
I think I sent a Merry Christmas to you too message, and then I was told I don't know when to hit you up because one minute you like
So you're the
niggas.
future.
The next minute,
Basically.
She's
the next
future.
minute is
Basically.
this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, right.
That is so
And I
funny.
just left it at
You're-
that.
She's the future.
I'm tired.
Listen,
Low key.
It is what
Niggas
it
still
is.
love me though.
Maybe people wasn't in the holiday spirit because I damn sure ain't get not nerd text from anybody.
I know.
I know my mother was like, my mother had texted me and my sister in a group message to tell us that my cousin had announced that she was having a baby and got engaged. And then shortly after, my mother go, yeah, I ain't say happy Merry Christmas. I'm like, bro, the first thing you texted about was
You
my
wasn't even
cousin.
thinking about
I
Christmas.
forgot it was Christmas.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah,
My
I ain't
bad.
said Merry Christmas.
that's funny.
It's just
Not
my
a
bad.
parent.
I didn't send
Right.
not. I don't think I sent the Merry Christmas. I don't even think I replied to the Merry Christmas in the group chat.
You did.
Oh, that was my
I
Merry
didn't know if
Christmas
you was
text.
alive.
Oh, I said the Merry Christmas. And only because I didn't want to just jump right into a conversation.
I mean, if you did, it wouldn't have been.
It wouldn't have been, right, because we do it often. But I was just
Yeah.
like, let me say it.
Way too often.
No, I don't think I sent any. I probably sent someone's parent one, but I didn't send.
I didn't think about it saying it to y'all too much
That
because I
sound
had
a little
just saw
toxic.
y'all Christmas Eve.
send it to someone's parent.
That you used to fuck with? Somebody you used to fuck with and this they parent?
I mean, somebody.
Why
used to
not?
fuck with
If
their
they got
parents
if
and
they
hit
got that
me up.
relationship.
Their parents hit me up.
You know what?
I
I
was
didn't
like,
even say. Okay. I'm gonna say I didn't even say good morning. Merry Christmas to her either.
Yeah, it's just I think just
I
like
gave her a gift. So.
went by.
Probably because you just saw her. Because
Yeah,
like for me, like I
that's
almost
true.
didn't say to y'all because I just seen y'all at Christmas Eve, so I wasn't thinking about
Right.
it. It only popped in my mind
Oh,
because I went
yeah.
to send y'all text.
You
That's
know,
true.
About
you know
something
what? I
else.
did send a text out and I said good morning, but I didn't say Merry Christmas.
Mm.
But because it was like 7 a.m. It's like I didn't know it was Christmas.
Right. Technically, ain't Christmas
Yeah.
till 10 a.m.
Yeah, other than that, I didn't text anybody but my boo.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What you say?
But her boo.
Sip champagne.
Forget friend.
Shut up.
Right. How you doing? Right.
We went from
But
friends.
she's done with her
Right.
drink, though. Everybody else still
Spill
sipping.
all the tea.
Pour her some more.
So y'all
Let
talking
it
about
all
business?
out. Wait, are we gonna jump right into it? Because
We
our
just gonna
first
jump
episode
into
is
it.
with
Yes,
love.
yes.
We're jumping into it.
Just
We
jump
are
into
Oh,
recapping,
that's good.
reviewing 2020.
Yes. So let's get started.
So our first episode is with love, and it's so funny that we jumped right into that one because me and Beck low key was spilling. Beck more than I was spilling too
Mad
much
tea.
information. She was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I could be in love right now."
yeah. So on with love,
Listen,
guys.
man, listen.
We talked about if our views on love have changed over the year and
Being ready for love.
if it was possible to love two people at the same time
Yeah.
and all that good stuff, and if we were ready.
I don't even know
For
what
love
we
again.
said. I don't remember what we said, but I'm sure I said no.
I don't
I'm
remember
sure you
what
did,
I
too.
said, but I don't think it was a full on no.
You trying to figure out if you put your foot in your mouth.
I have to.
That's
I'm have
what
to go
you
back.
trying to
And,
figure out.
you're right. I'm have to go back and listen.
Trout didn't say much.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen because I really don't remember what I said.
Trout didn't say much.
It
that
be like
episode.
that.
It was just me and Beck.
I do
chatting.
know. I don't
Niggas
remember what I
was-
said on January 14th. However,
Okay.
I do know over the last
Oh, has
couple
things
months, I did
changed?
transition from not wanting to date to wanting to date, like
to
over like the
dating.
summer
Yeah.
to dating.
Okay.
So
To-
it did change in that sense, but I don't
Yeah,
remember what I was saying on the episode. I'm about to go listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have things changed.
It be like that.
Things have
Life
no-
comes at you
It
fast.
was all good just a week ago.
Literally
kill
because-
themselves.
What day was that?
Watch the throne drop.
That was
January
February?
14th.
No.
That's January. That's
Yes.
January. Okay.
No, not
Yeah.
February. We didn't
Like
get there yet.
Another
Yeah.
month after.
Right, I'm about to say, was it by February though?
Oh Lord, Jesus help me. Where are we at now? As far as
Oh, where are we at now? As far as what
love.
we're saying,
Are you still in love?
Damn, I didn't.
I'm like, wait, what?
I did not say. I know what I said. I did not say I was in love.
Okay.
Man, listen, I was.
And
in
we know
love.
the real, so are you still in love like she said?
Wow. I don't know why it's still in love because I never vocalized that I was in love. I don't
Your
even,
actions
We
show
know.
that
I
you
don't
were in
even
love.
think I vocalized to you guys I was in love. I
You did it.
have.
You're not in those clear
Not in
words,
love,
but we know.
right.
I love mankind. I love you. I love you.
Joanna's full of shit.
Full of it.
Once that we was sat at that damn hibachi
At
place
hibachi,
for
I
like
know,
4
I
fucking
know.
hours.
Did I say I was in love then?
Yes.
You did.
Pretty much.
I did not say.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
I
You
probably
did.
said I love.
Like I said,
Not
you,
in
you
love.
may not have said to us, "I love blah 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 blah."
No, she said she
But-
loves blah blah blah, but she didn't say she was in love with blah blah blah.
But everything else that you would say to us says, "I'm in love with him."
in your action,
Wow.
In your actions.
I'm
and
sure.
we say actions
well, you know
speak
what?
louder than words.
Let's just say this:
Uh-huh.
like, love doesn't die.
You're right.
this bitch is slick.
Love doesn't
That
die.
is slick. That is slick.
Love doesn't
Love-
just die. So if I said it 3 weeks ago
It's
or
still there?
in January, it possibly can be still in the spirit.
coming up.
Oh, Is it? I don't know.
What's the date? It's like what's the date? 27?
I mean,
It's
it's
27, 26, some shit like that.
it's a toxic realm.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Little
if
bit.
I said it probably is still in my spirit.
Still stands?
Because I know, no, I didn't say still stands. I said it could be still in my spirit because the way God works, he just aligns things and
Right.
just like things are just so it could still be in the tank.
Yeah.
So,
So, we're friends.
Oh yeah, we're always friends.
yeah. We always. I'm ready to cut that off too, but
You're ready to cut the soul tie, but are you still in love? You still love? Are you love? Do you love?
love for him.
Love for him.
But yeah, I'm straight.
Has the soul tie
You know
been
what
cut?
it is? You know what I think it is? So with people and wanting to deal with me and dating and da. Once my son got here, fuck everybody else. Like
yeah, it'd be like that.
it literally like all And I don't want to be that mother that
I'm like, that's your
acts
king?
like,
Like-
That's your man.
I don't want
I
to be
meant
the
to
mother
caption that
acts
picture with
like
AJ around my
man.
arm, my king.
I forgot.
I don't want to be that
That's your
person,
man.
but like when I see him and just, I tweeted I think last night and was like,
Yes.
when he just looks at me, up
You're
at me and
so-
smiles, like
yeah.
I'm just so in love with him. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not worried about nobody else.
Yeah, nothing wrong
Or
with that.
if this person hit me up, or if
Right.
Because you
this, that, and the
preoccupied.
third.
Right,
right,
right.
Like life is
We
good.
respect it.
Right, nothing wrong with that
Me
at
and
all.
His father are good. We are raising a wonderful little boy,
Yes.
and
He's so cute.
I'm just, I'm straight.
Damn, I'm out here. I'm over
It's your
here.
turn. Mm-hmm.
No.
It's your turn.
I don't think I.
Between you and Shakira, because y'all both was at the movies on Christmas
Right.
Eve.
No
We was
kids.
like,
Right,
"Did you go to
with no
aunties?"
I was in the back row solo dolo. I was like,
Yeah.
this is how it
This is
feels
the
when
life.
you don't have no man and no kids.
One of y'all is next this year coming up.
Mm-mm.
One of them two?
Yeah.
Shakira.
Yeah, I will have put my money on Shakira.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She. Are you ready? I feel like she vocalizes that
She
she's
has.
ready.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you ready? No.
Look at Joe
To be
face.
a parent?
Yeah.
I
I'm not
wasn't
even
either.
ready to
Right.
do anything to become a parent.
Yeah.
Let alone be a parent.
we got some time on you. We'll let you
Yeah.
say.
I guess.
Me, like I said, anniversary is like a month away.
Mm-hmm.
Make it do it
Never
again.
know.
Damn, Danny know more than me. I don't know what anniversaries.
Shut up.
Right, girl. I wasn't on that episode, but at that time I was heavily in love.
Yeah.
I still am.
Mm-hmm.
So am I ready to date? Not really,
Right.
because I'm still in love.
Right.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
niggas be playing games.
Exactly.
Like when I just be hearing stories, I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to go through with that.
And
And then
because
it's
your experience was so great.
Right.
Right, I'm like,
Exactly. Like, the bar is high. If it wasn't already high, the bar is
Yeah.
definitely
and I'm
high.
like, when I, next go around, I can't be comparing.
Yeah.
Because it's not fair to that person.
Right.
But I'm gonna be low key.
Right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. You can. It's gonna
always-
happen.
Yeah, it's gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
Because it's a situation that you were in that you like was
Enjoyed.
good. Yeah, right.
Like,
Like, and it was taken away from you. It wasn't necessarily
We ain't break up.
Right,
So
exactly.
it's much different.
Yeah,
Way
and hopefully, God will send you somebody that fully understands that.
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see. But I'm not
like
really
I'm
ready.
straight.
'Cause
Yeah.
y'all niggas be playing. And if y'all ain't ready to give me what I had, then
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Right. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone. Trell,
Yeah.
how about you?
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember what my views were on the time, but I've always, even like with the whole, like Danny said, like being annoyed by the options or the dating scene, I've always, I think, had my heart open to the idea of love. And so I did go from not wanting to date, like I had this period of time not wanting to date. I just didn't have the energy to do the whole the process.
Good morning.
It's just
text.
I didn't have the energy. And then I don't know, I had a moment where I just like, you know what, I'm kind of like really wanting to date for real. I wasn't sure about a whole relationship at the time, but I knew I wanted to date again. However, as of Saturday, I have a boyfriend.
Yay!
So we shall see
This is
what
exclusive.
2021 holds.
As of a few hours ago, right?
Right, literally.
Yay! That's why we so sus. We're so
Mass
sus.
us.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
great things
so-
in 2021.
With love.
Yes.
With love.
What was the next one?
With
Rules
love.
for Life. We just played that game.
And
Oh,
Danny was
yeah.
on that episode.
Yeah. It was a cool game.
That was a really good game that we played like all year, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And last year too, right?
no, we
No,
got
we
it at
started-
the top of this year.
Yeah, when we
Did
did
we-
that episode,
right, because we had got it from
Yeah.
We did a lot that weekend. That was after Kayla's anniversary, and
Mhm.
Trell, Danny, and I went to a restaurant and we skipped the bill.
Oh yeah.
Not on purpose. Not on
But
purpose.
we did not
guess what?
skip the bill. They didn't want to give us the bill, so it
but
was
they were
just-
rushing us
Yeah,
out.
so it's
Yeah.
just like y'all niggas could go.
Damn, that was this year?
Yeah.
Right? Right, yeah.
But even after that, we was there.
We still
and
been
we
there.
was like, listen, they want to get jumped off the bill again. 'Cause-
Right.
And,
No,
and
we've
I
been there
remember
multiple
listening,
times
and it was
since.
twice because I was at the bar And he said, I got you next time. You'll pay next time. And then we're at the table. And it was just like, well, y'all ready to leave or what? And I was like, you don't got to tell me twice.
Because that was at the time they had like did they have a DJ?
Yeah.
Or whatever the case.
DJ.
They would move the tables after a certain time so people could dance. So they basically wanted us to hurry up
hurry
and
up.
finish eating, start running our mouths, and so they can move the table. But in the midst of them doing that, they never brought us the check.
Right.
So then we just was like, you know what? It's time to go.
We did get
Please.
some more out of it.
Look, and you
I
better
mean,
not say
we
where.
just casually walked out. The lady was like, bye, see y'all later.
So
Agreed.
that's definitely not skipping the bill.
No.
If she said bye to y'all.
God
Great
said that bill was
memory.
on them.
Yeah.
Right.
It is done.
Right.
I'm done, yo.
So then it was Julie's boss camp was that weekend.
Yeah.
And then one key thing I remember, because me and Rebecca just talked about this the other day. Danny cashed in on your birthday gift.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. My IOU. I dead ass put on a piece of
And
paper.
you sent
like,
it to her when she
IOU.
was on the train.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
we
happy
went to
I
the
did
movies
that.
day.
I'm happy I did
Oh,
that.
did you guys see the photograph? Was it around that time?
No, we went to see Bad Boys.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
'cause you
yeah.
said-
For life. Bad
Yeah.
Boys for life.
Yeah. Around that
remember
time,
that.
that's when we lost Kobe Bryant. Around that
Yeah.
time.
We said that on that episode.
And we also talked
Homeboy was
about
hurt.
Terry Crews and the whole
Gabby.
Gabrielle Union thing at that
Mhm.
time.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was a lot
the
going
fact
on.
that so much has happened on top of COVID is like you go back and think about stuff and it's like, damn, that was like you said.
I
that
remember
was this
Kobe
year.
being
Was that
this year,
here?
but I didn't remember the Gabby and Terry Crews situation.
Yeah,
And
being
that was
this year.
something that was long standing.
It was
Right.
because later down in the year she got a settlement.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a different result towards the end of this year. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
uh,
That was
this is when-
January.
this is when life just started changing.
So we're
Slowly.
So
Right.
we're in Black Power.
Yep.
We're in February and
Black History Month.
Black History Month. So we had Kenny's birthday. My drop the line was so I kind of did every other word in that one. So it was my President's Black remix.
Mm-hmm.
So Martin Luther King could.
Oh yes, I remember that.
She says it wrong
All the
every
time. All the time.
Luther. She be like Luther.
Martin Luther.
Luther.
I remember you doing that words like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I skipped every line.
It was Black History. I think we were really in a fog though when that episode came out. It dropped.
And
It
we
dropped the
recorded
day after.
prior.
the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
After that, it just was
I
like,
listened. Honestly, I didn't even listen to that episode. And
That's
when I
why we
went
ended up on the
my
break
iPod,
after
on
that.
my, right here,
mm-hmm.
it's not played.
So
Yeah.
I
I
was
didn't
looking
play
at
it
the
at
day
all.
when it dropped, and then I was thinking about that Sunday conversation
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
what we were talking about on air, and then us going to Beck's house and having a conversation about love and what's to come and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
and then looking at the date.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I didn't even listen to that episode, so I ain't even gonna front.
Yeah, I don't think I listened to it either.
Honestly,
I don't even remember putting it up. Now that y'all talking about it.
Yeah,
You put it up.
we got up somehow.
No, she put it up. I remember.
Oh.
And then that's when we ended up taking a break.
yes,
For that
after
month.
We didn't come back
because
until
we came
March.
back March 10th.
Mhm.
And then when we came back is when I told y'all that I was pregnant. When we recorded that Sunday.
Possibly, yeah.
No, it was.
But that
That's when you told.
Trust
She told
me, I know.
us, not
yeah.
not on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, not
But
on
that
air.
was like a very a lot going on that weekend. Beck got spazzed on.
Oh yeah,
Everybody, we were having
It was a lot. It was an emotional roller coaster, honestly.
yeah, we were having what kind of party was it? Like,
Who spells on you?
I'm a sad.
Old Faithful.
Oh. I remember it now.
We had a I'm
I
sad
remember.
party because it was Valentine's weekend.
We went to Galentine's.
Galentine's.
Day.
Oh, we had
Yes,
that.
we
We
did.
did our
And we
photo
got
shoot.
in good
Oh, we
spirits. Yep,
did?
We did our
went
photo
for a
shoot.
lingerie
It was
photo shoot. Yeah.
the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So photo shoot was prior.
Prior,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
Galentine was
Galentine
after.
kind of like picked this back up, but
Yeah.
I got
A little
spazzed
bit,
on,
a little
and I got
bit.
pregnant, and then
Then I got pregnant.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such is life.
such is mother
A light
freaking life.
happened that weekend. This is why the next title is Go in Peace. Inspired by me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go in peace.
But go in peace. That's March, and that's a month that Corona got serious
Yeah.
for United States.
Shortly after, yep.
Because
Yeah.
it was still around in February and January. Shit, in
was.
November was
We
the
didn't
first
know.
time, I guess, the first case in China. But in March is when it got real
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, because we still went to a certain restaurant. Remember when I first found out I was pregnant?
Yeah, we were. I
Yeah,
think
we
I
did
remember
after.
last time we had gone out was maybe like
Jazz's birthday.
Jazz's birthday, so the top of merch.
Yeah,
It was like
March
that weekend.
3rd.
Mallet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like I literally had, I remember my last day of work was like a Wednesday, like the 19th or something like that. And I was supposed to start my new
That-
job
on
that following Monday.
Oh, it's
Day
in here
after my
too.
last
That's
day.
in my notes.
That's where everything was like, nope.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because that's when we was doing them FaceTimes for like 3 hours.
When we were stuck in.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Girl, you were sleeping. You came in hour 4.
But the
Yeah.
fact that she was able, like, we would be up there
Yeah.
for that long and she was coming in and out.
Just jumping.
Like, oh, yeah.
That was
Still here?
early. That was real early quarantine days where we wasn't going nowhere, doing
Nowhere.
nothing.
Yeah. Everything was shut down for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when life changed. Well, not really changed, but it changed again.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
a big shift then, I feel like.
We had Go in Peace, like you said. We talked about the Love Is Blind show. I feel like Trell was the only one that watched
Yeah,
that show.
she
Yeah.
was.
I
We
love
talked
that
ab-
show.
I still ain't watching.
We talked
I mean,
about
you watched, like,
Bernie,
one episode.
Joe and Bernie.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Honey Pot. They had that little.
Yeah.
People were trying to sabotage them because
Oh,
why is it just for black? Because they had that commercial come out
On
and
Target.
she mentioned how
At
she
Target.
wanted to inspire young black girls, and you know how the
Like,
people do.
No, exactly. I just seen a meme and it just was like, yo, this year we honestly just said that we wanted to be accepted like other people and to stop killing us. And it
we got
just
mad
made the whole
pushback.
world like
Right.
up in an uproar.
Like we asking
Like,
for something crazy.
it's sick to me.
It's sickening. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah.
What other episode we had? That
Quarantine. That was our
That was
last
our-
studio episode before we actually went in lockdown.
locked it,
Mhm.
locked
Before.
it down.
Talked about toxic traits and quarantine
Oh,
content.
yeah.
But when I was going back, I'm like, damn, we talking about quarantine content already, and that was really early
Mhm.
Yeah.
in
It's like-
quarantine, and we had so much shit
After
afterwards.
that, yeah, I feel
Was-
like the black creatives, especially, like just automatically transitioned to like, how can we still be relevant? Like, what can we do?
Right.
How can I make the most of this time?
Right.
Even though I'm in the house.
TikTok blew up.
Yeah. That's when we did our TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 'Cause we
That-
never have our
Nigga,
anniversary
we did
happy
one
hour,
TikTok and that was it.
We did
Yeah,
too.
was.
and we never had our
did one
anniversary
here. Oh,
event.
yeah.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, we're looking
Yeah.
forward to that. And in my notes, I have Trell quitting her job.
Yeah.
Game night. You guys went to Squirt's game night.
That was our first quarantine event.
Yo.
It was just me and
we
Bet.
first- yeah. And when we first walked
Yeah,
in,
it was
we
me
first
and
walked
Bet.
in.
No,
niggas
y'all
sanitized.
went. I didn't
No,
go.
No, it was me and Bet.
Oh, okay.
They went like this
Okay.
past
The most
Okay.
recent, yeah.
Me and her went, and he had sanitizer. We had our masks on,
And
We
you
was
guys were like,
treading
That's why
light.
everybody was trying to be
10
real
people,
cautious.
10 people, 10
Yeah,
people.
we was
Gotta
like-
go.
treading
Rashad
lightly.
came in with his gloves on, went and took them off.
We like, you're actually spreading the germs.
That's why everybody was walking around with their gloves.
And buying up all the toilet paper.
Yeah, still ain't figure how y'all acted.
right.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
need that
Still ain't
toilet
figure how y'all
paper.
acted.
Y'all was gonna shit bricks, I guess.
Even to this day, finding Lysol is still
Yeah,
a
I
challenge.
was
Still.
looking yesterday. My mom actually found some in BJ's.
Mm.
Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. She found
That's
some
the-
in BJ's in Wallingford.
No, but shout out to Vetty because every time I look at her story, Vetty got Lysol.
That's like Plato's closet right there.
Yo, she got
You go in her
Lysol,
closet.
Clorox wipes, like every
Because
time.
she said her thing, and she wake up at the
Early.
crack of
Right.
dawn and
That's
be
how I
the
do.
First person at
That's
the store.
people be
even
dedicated
before,
like that.
even before like everything, I like to get into the store as early as possible because I can't stand lines and crowds and people bumping into the cars. So when that started, I really was like in the store 7 a.m. and then that was just such a process because then I used to like come home and wipe everything down.
Mhm.
So between doing that and then putting everything away, it really became a process. And I
Exhausting.
stopped going grocery shopping and
Yeah.
would only go like if I absolutely needed to.
Wipes you could find now. Like I seen
Yeah.
wipes yesterday, but I didn't find any
Lysol
spray.
still.
Yeah, spray is still
Microban is hot too.
That's
What is it?
It's called
microban.
microban.
Yeah.
What's that?
You spray it,
Disinfectant spray.
but
okay.
it leaves like a residue, not a residue, but like a film, a layer that lasts up to 24 hours. So anybody that touch it, the bacteria automatically dies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, microban was hot.
Yeah, because I can never find Lysol.
Yeah. And
So
shout out
that's
to
what
the
I've been
companies
buying.
and stuff though, because I feel like everybody kind of just like stepped up and was like, we gotta make masks.
more. Yeah.
They was making Perel, even though some of y'all was making Perel, you shouldn't have been because they ain't doing nothing.
Right.
I
Use
still-
a regular liquor.
I still don't use certain
Oh, I don't use
sanitizers.
none of the
Like, I be
sanitizer.
looking at the label, like, oh, this
Oh,
ain't
I look at
killing
the
shit.
percentage.
Yeah, I have to. It has
Yeah.
to be at least 70%
Or
for me,
more.
at least.
Same.
And the ones that they be having, them big containers they have, if you want a certain store and stuff, I don't
Yeah.
use that shit because that junk be smelling like
stinking.
ass.
Yeah. Ugh.
I
use
smell
my
like
own.
straight
I
ass.
either use Germex or Purell.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I use.
Lately,
I
I've
got
been
it.
using Suave because I've been able to
Nice.
find that brand, and they're like 70%. So yeah,
Yeah. I got one in the car. I got one in the baby diaper bag. I got one in my pocketbook.
Yep.
I got it all over the place, everywhere. So
And when
So-
I see, I just buy it. Just pick it up.
Yeah.
I may have 2 brand new bottles. I'm just
just
going
buy
to pick it up
because that's what
anyway.
you got to do at this point.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
what you have to do when
and I
you
got
see it. Just get it.
wipes because I have to wipe down where he changes before I even put down his
Yep.
covering,
Mhm.
and I got to wipe the covering before I put it back in the bag.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a
That's the
it's,
thing.
Yeah.
it's just a process living.
No game.
But it was a
Living
thing
with
before
COVID.
COVID. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, other babies and other people been
Yeah.
on this table. Ew.
Right. Speaking of before COVID, how people just was like starting to like wash their hands more and like
Right. It's like, this is
certain
regular.
things that y'all have just started doing, y'all should have been
Right.
People
doing.
telling on themselves too.
Tell it on
Right.
yourself. Tell it on
But
yourself.
I think might have been more so because we work in healthcare. So I'm like, I'm
It's definitely that for
washing
me.
my hands for real, because you know we talked about this too,
Sanitizer,
like
sanitizer.
MRSA and C. diff and all that
Yeah.
other shit.
That's definitely healthcare for me because like the whole wiping on a car thing, that's something I've always done because I just think about the fact that you never know somebody walking around the
Right.
store with MRSA.
Honestly, no, for real.
Even though at this point my immune system is A1 pretty much.
This year, even with working, y'all talking about healthcare, like how it went from like hella busy to
Booming.
Corona started, it was completely dead.
Mhm.
Like they was sending people home
Yeah.
because
'cause
people
it
were
was
thinking
like-
people were thinking that we were only taking care of Corona patients, and it was like silent. And then boom, like back to craziness. That's why I ended up, going on maternity leave from work early because the number of people that were coming in, it was crazy.
I know because we were in Connecticut was
was
doing
wild.
really well for a
We
long
did.
time, and
It's
then
like
it's like
under
by the time we
1%.
got to
No, we're still doing well.
We're still
because
doing
we
well
are
in comparison.
to
Yeah.
other
we still doing
people.
well, but we did have like that moment. It's like once we got to like the end of phase 3, because you figure some things in phase
Right.
3 didn't open when they were supposed to, and I feel like once they did, that's
We
when
hit a
everything
boom,
started.
like in
to,
October.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But we were coming from less than 1%.
right.
So like
our boom-
5-6%.
it seemed
now.
big, but not really.
To us.
Even though you got states that's like 27%,
Mhm.
30%.
Right.
Them niggas not wearing
I mean,
masks.
just some states that just COVID must not be there.
Florida.
A friend of mine just was in Atlanta and I was looking at her story. Of course, she put it in close friends. But I'm looking, I'm like, nigga, they is out here like regular. I'm
Atlanta,
like, maybe
I
like
don't know
regular.
if they ever really got. It's just really crazy to me.
it's so crazy.
Or
And I
they're
be seeing
immune.
these
They're immune. All of
seeing
Atlanta's
these
immune.
celebrities.
Shout out to Gamora.
I'm like, why are y'all having these big ass parties?
Big
Like
parties.
Regine party? Like
Uh-huh.
that shit was packed.
wall
Right.
to wall.
And they ain't gonna act like I ain't go nowhere. But
Right.
some of the stuff y'all been posting and some of the stuff we've been seeing has been deep.
My birthday.
Like that.
We had went to a party. We had went to
Yeah.
We
that
went
day
to,
party and I was like
Professionals.
And that shit was
I
but
think
it was
that
outside.
weekend-
It was
It was
outside.
outside. We had our
That
masks.
party,
It was
because I
no
wrote
social
that party
distancing.
down
At
that
all.
weekend. I think you had your reveal.
yes.
You
that's
had
when
your
I told
reveal.
everybody I was
Yep, the
pregnant.
29th. I
was-
mean, episode 59. Once
Almost
upon
20
a
weeks.
time,
Ooh, 20 weeks pregnant.
you had your reveal that
The
weekend.
halfway mark. Yeah, and I we was there like treading lightly, like, okay, we all left.
I know we left shortly.
Okay.
It wasn't there too long because, like Danny said, it wasn't no social distancing. It was
too
tight as
small,
hell.
Right.
Mind you,
God it was
I remember
outside.
saying to Dom, like, "This where you be coming all the time?"
Right.
Why? I was so underwhelmed.
Yes.
Ghetto.
I was so underwhelmed.
That's so funny.
I started Action Fitness that around that time every Sundays.
Mm.
Every
Yeah.
Sunday going to Action Fitness for their summer
Yep.
program.
Yep, that was good.
Yeah, and on that episode 59, Once Upon a Time, I think it was second wave was just opening up, so we're talking about getting petties The waxing, healthcare
wasn't
workers.
done forever.
Yeah, Trell wasn't established yet. No.
Right. So we jumped to June.
Yeah.
So, time for some action. That's when George Floyd and all the protests began.
Yeah.
Kind of like shook the world up. I'm like, how the hell?
It was
we
weird.
in quarantine. What the fuck?
Right.
No.
And they were marching, and
they had
there was no
masks on.
spikes.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's true.
No,
it wasn't nothing crazy.
No.
Yeah.
But they were out there. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
And you see all the murals in the streets and just making the world aware of what the fuck is going on. And I actually respect it because like other countries, like you seen in Italy,
It's so
and you seen all over the place
Yeah,
where they
Europe,
were protesting as well for
That-
the same thing.
Europe
That
doesn't
for me
respect
was
black
just
people either,
like-
but they were marching.
Right.
I appreciate the fact that everybody was on the same page, but it's just like weird. Like, what made y'all at this moment?
Out of all these years.
All the stuff that, because this is not new. Like,
Right.
we've been doing this and it's been televised.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we just seeing
Right.
it for the first time. It's
This ain't
been
the first
we've been
killing
seeing
where
it.
we seen the video, right?
And
It's just so weird how like you said, the whole nation almost just
And
kind
it
of
wasn't
came
the first
together
time
this
a
year.
guy was saying I can't breathe. So I was
Right, right.
Was it
This
Eric
is
Gardner?
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
And that
everybody
was
wanted to be
videotaped, too.
allies then, and all the companies were saying
Maybe it was
showing-
COVID. Everybody was bored in the house.
And
like,
I
oh,
do-
this is a
I
reason
think
why
so.
I do
was
remember
out.
around that time reading or hearing somebody say that like you have no choice now because you have no choice but to stand still and
And
pay
watch
attention
and
to
look
what's
at this.
going on.
Mhm.
So I do think that
That's
played
true.
a big part. Maybe
Because,
we need
like,
more moments like that.
regular day to day, it's like I'm working, I'm going
You
here.
can
I got
ignore
this,
it.
I
So
got shower, I got
busy.
this.
I didn't
Caught up
catch
in your
it.
own
I didn't
world.
catch it. Oh, I'll catch it tonight in the 7:00
Yeah.
news.
Right.
Oh, I'll catch it at 11:00 news.
Whereas
Nope.
this year you didn't have
Had
no
to.
choice. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
you
don't
could
even
definitely
wait
see
to
the
the news
difference.
to get our news. We get it almost
On
in
social
real
media.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
So I mean, I appreciate it. So maybe Corona did.
Right. I mean, it
people
died
to-
down a lot.
It did.
I mean, we hope y'all still out there behind the scenes doing
Right.
stuff, but
They
it
were
did
marching
A lot
die.
of different laws
months.
got
It died down a lot.
passed.
Mhm.
A few, here in Connecticut, which one was it? When
Was
the
it
cops
the
have to
stop-
have
their
the
cam on,
cameras
body
on.
cam.
Mhm.
It was
Stop and
another
frisk or
one.
something like
No,
that?
No,
It
no,
was-
no. It was another one. Anyway, there were a lot of laws that
New
had
York
gotten
passed
passed
something,
because
too.
Right.
of everything that had happened.
Right. We didn't
so-
get the major like changes that we want, which is to just stop killing us.
Yeah,
But,
that's right.
we did.
Hopefully, like,
we did see a lot
It
of
died
things
down a
change.
little bit. Like you said. Because it had momentum. It was fresh. And now
Right.
we're a few months down the road.
Mhm.
Right.
So hopefully people are still behind the scenes. Like that energized people. So now we're
right.
hoping that, now it's time for the policies to change.
Right.
And we got a few new faces in
Thank
Congress.
God.
Right.
So
Yes.
hopefully that will happen.
Right. We got a whole new president, all that stuff. So hopefully we'll see some.
They vote.
A trend in the right
Georgia
direction.
votes January 5th.
Yep.
Mhm.
So please,
I'm
our
praying.
Georgia listeners.
Because once we get the Senate too, and we got the Senate, the House, and the presidency,
We'll be all
then
set.
stuff
Things-
can get
right.
moving.
Yeah.
I used to always hate when people are like, oh, Obama didn't do nothing. He couldn't because
It was
everything that
locked
was
in.
getting passed was getting
Right.
shut down.
And I've
Prime
been saying this
example, the
even
second
now.
stimulus that everybody wants
Right.
so bad is getting shut down.
I was even saying this with Biden, and people just need to make sure they give him grace as well,
Give him at
like
least a
because
year.
nothing's gonna change like that.
Give him his
It's
first
so
100
much.
days.
There's so much damage that has been done to this
Right.
country. Like it's gonna take time.
And it's crazy because Obama was actually on Jimmy Kimmel talking about his book that just came out.
Mhm.
And he was saying like, yo, we had a plan for if a pandemic were to happen.
Right. They had a whole
And
team.
he said, so he was like, the good thing is Joe has the playbook.
Yeah,
Now he already knows he don't have to sit and
Right.
plan it. It's already out there because
Right.
they already had
Oh,
it.
that's
and
true.
he had
Just
been
call
on
the
top of
play.
it too this whole entire time, even before
Yeah.
Big Mass
winning.
Joe.
He had been on top of COVID
Going to
and going
meetings
to the
and-
briefs,
yeah,
and
briefings.
doing all the shit the president should have been doing. You
Yeah.
know,
Big Mass Joe.
But yeah, so thankfully, because he was already in the position, because they already had, like he said, a game plan.
Yeah, some
We can
Now, as
experience.
soon as he go in there, we could like, all right,
He was
boom,
the
boom,
assistant
boom,
coach, and now he's
Call
the
the
coach.
play.
Right. And he got a lot of black women on his team.
women
Right.
in general.
Yeah.
right? And there's a vaccine out now, so hopefully we can get to a place where COVID isn't disrupting our life too much.
And do your own research, please, because there's a lot of shit out there, and people are skeptical. Just do your own research.
Yeah.
Being
Don't
skeptical,
spread-
being skeptical is fine, but
Don't
yeah,
False
spread false
information.
information,
Right.
or some media outlets do like the
fact
scare
checking.
tactics.
Yeah.
That
Like
too.
I seen one posted.
They subliminally.
Where was it?
basically-
Like, it was like 4 people that took the vaccine
And they
and
were
their
trying to
face
say
started.
they had-
Their face drooped. Oh, like what?
you get an allergic reaction from taking Tylenol.
From anything.
Anybody
From
can get
anything.
allergic.
If you're allergic to penicillin, you're gonna have a reaction.
Right.
And then when the doctor was breaking it down, Good Morning America 3, they're really good. They have a doctor up there, whatever. She said it was like 6 out of a crazy number. So it was like 1 out of every 145,000 people
Right.
will get an allergic reaction.
And that is with any
It's normal.
vaccine, any
Right.
medicine, there's a side effect.
Right.
And
And
it's
a lot-
going to affect somebody. There's no like 100% zero side
Nothing
effect
is
of anything.
Nothing is. And everybody's like, "Oh, I don't trust that it was done so fast." It's like, but you have to also realize it's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we want it done faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
'Cause
like,
we
"Oh,
don't
we
want to go
still
through
don't
another
have
summer.
cures and stuff for vaccines or whatever for AIDS and cancer." And it's like, no, we don't. But we are still in a place where these diseases and illnesses are managed
Right.
way better.
Right.
People
Yeah,
are living way longer.
absolutely.
So there's still no comparison.
Yeah.
There's still no
I
comparison.
had seen I don't know if it's a commercial or it was on Revolt TV, and the lady was like, the vaccine came pretty fast. This isn't ideal, but we're not living in ideal times.
Exactly.
Like this is a normal because we're living in unnormal times.
Right.
And mind you, the flu vaccine is only 60 to 70% effective, and niggas get that all the time.
Every
without
year.
question.
90% effective.
And
So we'll
everybody
see.
like saying,
I
But that doesn't take away from still doing the
precautions.
right.
Still
I
wash your
didn't
hands
want
and
to
mask
get
and
it.
shit.
I didn't want to get it, but I have to wait anyway because I'm not going to work. But I will get it before I go back to work.
yeah,
Like I work in
not in a rush
healthcare. I
to
work
get
in
it.
an emergency department. Thankfully, all these people have taken it beforehand, so I kind of like look.
Can see,
that,
right.
that the doctor from Hartford, it's a black guy, Dr. Grant, I think his name is. He had came on and was like, "Hey, it's been 7 days. I'm still good." I'm like, "Yeah, you keep putting yourself on
Yeah.
camera because we need to watch
Right.
you."
I'm in no rush to take it, but I'm also not opposed.
Right.
I'm
To
not
take
in a
it.
rush. I'm like, I'm gonna wait a few months or so, let another batch get made.
right,
A few
right.
batches,
Let me
right,
see
right.
what y'all. Okay,
That's
y'all,
why I said
y'all
right.
brave ones.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree. I'm ready to just, like I
I
said,
want
get
life
to
to
a
be back
place where
normal.
we can. I know we're not going to go back to what it was. I know that. But I'm just ready to get into a place where, like we mentioned, I think our last episode, where it's not as chaotic.
Yeah.
Where it don't feel so chaotic.
And I want to move freely out. I'm like,
Right.
first of all, I already have
Yeah.
anxiety. And
Right.
now the anxiety of the pandemic is setting in. I'm like, I want to
Making it
move
worse.
freely. I don't want to just be next to somebody like nervous
on
as fuck.
edge
right,
all the time.
And having to remember your mask. I had my stuff is set in my car, so I got my mask here, my sanitizer here. Da, da, da. I went with my mother somewhere. I'm like, damn, I don't got my mask.
You drove in her car.
Right, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like you got to remember,
My
because
life
I
is
keep
all
my
over.
mask in the car too. So you got to remember, if you're not taking your car, to keep your mask. Yesterday, and I'm usually pretty good without, and I don't forget it, but yesterday it's like I kept forgetting it. I was getting ready to go and write it, and I'm like walking in the door, and this lady's coming out, and I'm like, oh, I don't
Like
got the
this.
right. So she's like, I know. I'm like, yeah, this make you just want to get in the car and go back home, which is exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. I didn't even go back in the store. At this point, I'm like,
It's
I'm
true.
going home.
It's too much. It's way too much.
So what episode was we just talking about?
We were just talking about time
June?
for action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time for some action.
So the other ones was Once Upon a Time,
We spoke about that. Yeah.
season 4 of Insecure, kind of just
We spoke about that
coming
quite a
back?
bit
Yeah.
over a few episodes.
where I think they just wrapped in the writer's room, so maybe they start shooting next year.
And she did say that it's not going to be around COVID. I seen the
Oh, I thought
article.
she said she was, but it's not.
No, she said she's going to not.
Oh, I did
make
see
COVID
that
a part-
too, yeah.
make COVID a
And I
part
know
of it.
they're doing like costume stuff because I follow their costume designer, so it'll be soon
Nice.
that they'll start.
I'm ready. A lot
Yeah.
of shows was doing these mid-season finales.
Yeah, a
Like
lot.
chopping the seasons in half.
And a lot ended like abruptly. Like
Mhm.
when Grey's Anatomy ended before it came back in September, it was so abrupt like that because they were like, that episode that they made the finale wasn't supposed to be the finale.
Right.
So everything was really abrupt. And then even with the shows coming back,
Mhm.
watching it, I'm like, it's kind of making me a little anxious watching it play out on television.
Girl.
And then I'm like, it's a little too much at
Watching
first.
what play out?
COVID, like a
Law
lot of
and
the shows
Order?
that
I'm
like, Liz.
I didn't watch that, but a lot of them when they came back, they were like, doing COVID stuff like in the show,
Nigga.
and it just at first I'm like, this is a bit overwhelming to see, but I also appreciate
I'm
the fact
happy.
that they were
I just was about to
Incorporating
say
it.
that.
incorporating it.
Nigga, it's all so Grey's Anatomy is only COVID. Like the
only
whole
COVID.
hospital is COVID. So the episode with Bailey's mother passing away.
Mhm.
And she was like, people are not just, because in the beginning of the episode, you see her looking at statistics.
Mhm.
But then at the end, she says, these are not just numbers. This is the nurse that was so happy about life.
Mhm.
John so-and-so age, da-da-da. So she starts describing people and then saying their name and their age. And at the very end is all
I
the
recorded
people
it
that
because I was
passed
gonna
away.
post it. It's so many people. Like
and
Grey's
Trevor
Anatomy make me
is
cry
so
all
Well,
the
I
time.
feel like that's a good show to actually
To add it in.
Yeah. Because
They
you're
make
in the
me cry
hospital.
all the time when I watch it, but it's been a
It
lot.
has really
and I
been a
recently
lot.
posted a monologue from Maggie Pierce, is one of the doctors in the
The
show.
little black
Oh,
black
yeah,
one
the black
talking to
one.
the white lady.
Yeah.
So they were talking about how in the
The
show
kid
a
getting
girl that
taken.
got because that was a big thing this year too.
Yeah.
The human trafficking.
Abduction.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that happened or whatever, and then the white doctor was going to say like it's crazy. Like why would you want to kidnap a child in a pandemic? And then Maggie's
She was
like,
like,
yeah,
"It's
I'm
more than
mad. And she's
that."
like, that's not why I'm mad. I'm not mad about that. She's like, I'm mad that this is even happening. Period. Like
And that black
and she
women are
talked a
so
lot
disposable.
about basically
Mhm.
protecting black women because
That was
we
a big
are.
thing.
That's how people look at us.
It was.
And
Like that thing about white women thinking that we don't need as much help as them. That's a real
Right.
thing. Like that's a real study
It
where
is.
people actually said that out of their mouth.
Mhm.
They don't feel like we need as much protection.
It's crazy. And even in the episode, Richard was talking to the other guy. He just was like, do you realize that 50% of our patients are black and brown? He was like, I know. He was like, in a population where we're only 7%. He was like, they keep saying that it's preconditions when those conditions are man-made most of the time.
Right.
And he was like, let alone being black. He was like, forget the pre. He was like, we're just existing while black.
Right.
And I was like, damn.
That's
Right.
a precondition.
That
Right,
shit was,
right.
yeah.
It
I was
is.
like,
It is.
damn. Like, they really have been like hitting.
They've
And
been
like you
hitting.
said, I appreciate it because I see that shit in real life. my
Right.
nigga.
Mhm.
In that emergency room, it's just like that. Like,
Mhm.
no ifs, ands, or buts. People crying, people on FaceTime, people on iPads and not being able to be with their families by themselves. You seeing people dropping like flies. You hear the alarms going off for cold blue every 2 seconds. Like, that shit is real life. And I feel like the people that are partying and just being frivolous and like, oh, whatever, they're not seeing it.
Right.
So when you don't see
So they
it,
don't
you
realize-
don't really
Like,
mind.
when it's not
Even the
affecting
was it
you,
the
right.
anti-maskers?
yeah.
I love how when I shared in that same clip how she mentioned, she was like, yo, if it was
Oh,
affecting
yeah.
white people the way that it's
Right.
affecting black
Mhm.
people, it would be a law to wear
Yeah,
your
to wear
mask.
a mask.
And
That's exactly
that
what
is
she
100% fact.
She said it.
It would have been a law. It wouldn't be, you got the option to choose if your state or your city gonna do it. It would have
just
been
a
the law across the
period.
United
If we had
States.
a smarter leader, it should have been.
It should have been. Because you can't have one state doing one thing and another state doing something different.
It's ineffective.
Because people
It's
And then
redundant
people
as hell.
I mean, of course, it's done because certain states have certain laws and policies
Right,
or whatever.
right.
But when it affects
the
pandemic.
nation.
the man, like everybody,
Then we all need to
as
be
a
on the
whole,
same page.
The
Yes.
world. It's affecting the
The
world.
world, right. It's
Like,
not
there's
contained to just
the age for
Connecticut
drinking is
or-
still 21 in Chicago and LA and Connecticut. Like,
Right.
so you can still have stuff that applies to the whole nation. You're
Right.
not infringing upon anybody's freedom.
Right.
It's a thing that affects everybody.
Yeah,
I
I
seen
really think
yesterday-
until you have it like really affect yourself or somebody around you.
Once
that's
you
what
have
it's
somebody
taking
that
for
passes
people
away,
to-
then people say, "Oh, it's
It's real. Like every
It's
time I
been
see
real.
a post, somebody tweet, "Oh, I got it. It's real." I hear like we knew
It's
that
been
before you
real.
had it.
right.
You had to get it. You had to get to the extreme for you
That's
to get
crazy.
it.
And
That's
I
dumb.
know that like that's the case for a lot of stuff. People have to actually be affected by it or see it to believe. But
Not this.
I
That's
feel
like
we
saying-
should've always had the mindset of better safe than sorry.
That's like telling your kid the stove is hot.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling
gotta
them
check
you're
it out for
for
themselves.
right. They gotta check it out for themselves.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, I told you that shit's hot. You still gonna touch it?
Yesterday they said 80 million people worldwide have gotten it. They said in the United States, the number that we had, I forgot how many times it was September 11 times like 5 or something like that. So you know how it was such a great effect of how many people we lost with September 11th is September 11th. It's September 11th times however many. It was like they kept breaking it down comparisons like World War II, how many people we lost. It's just
yeah,
crazy.
so I'm ready for us to get past that because it's
Me
really
too.
sad. Even with it not affect, like I know people, plenty of people around me has been affected by it. But even if it didn't, just the thought of so many people just losing their lives because we can't do anything about it.
And it didn't have to be so many.
Right.
Right.
Like, of course, I feel like
It was gonna
it was
bound
gonna
to happen.
yeah, we was
Right.
gonna lose some people,
Mhm.
but the amount of people that we lost, it could have
could've
been
been way
prevented.
less, yeah.
Right. Oh,
I
absolutely.
agree 100%.
So yeah. And like you said, it's not even the people passing away. It's the aftermath and the effect of all their families. Like the whole no visiting at the hospital. Like that shit really is so
Imagine being in a
sad,
hospital by yourself and you
it's so sad
on your
to me.
deathbed. And it doesn't even have to be like my grandmother passed away in June because we're still in June. We couldn't go with her in the ambulance to the hospital. Right. So we were like scrambling while they're trying to get her on a stretcher. We're scrambling trying to write down numbers. Because if she's unable to talk or anything, we like, okay, this is my number, this is my grandfather, this is my aunt number. So we're scrambling trying to get them something so they can know who to call.
Right.
It's just...
And that's... I've been seeing like lately like memes going around. Like you can't go to the hospital with your loved one, but we can go out to eat. Like,
that is kind of crazy.
Like when you think about it,
when you really think about
crazy.
it,
like when I said to you about the whole baby thing, how it's like you can't have your spouse there with you. It's like, but we live in this house together,
right?
So how I do get the sense of not wanting so many people in the hospital,
right?
But if we're the two of us live together, why can't I have my husband here while I'm giving birth to this child?
And then it's
why can't I be with my mother who I take care of,
right?
You know,
it's so ass backwards because when you go in there, your visitor doesn't get tested. You get tested.
So your visitor
could
have
it. It's just mad weird. Like
that's the thing for me. Like a lot of the stuff that they have been doing, just it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
All right, now we're in July. We had 2 episodes.
Show's birthday.
Yes. What was our episode? Ladies first, and we had our first men takeover.
Yeah,
I was going through something.
I wonder what that was about. I was going through something.
Good.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of people
raising a man.
A lot of people responded to that.
Yeah.
So, no.
Because it's a conversation you need.
Yeah.
And especially because we let the, guys lead that conversation.
Right.
I think that was a big thing.
Right.
And a big key point was when Britain was saying like, yo, as men, when you do say something to someone in confidence and then they throw it in your face, it's like, yo, this is why
I'm never coming back to you again.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
That's valid.
That's the thing.
Oh, listen, because if somebody does that to me,
you're going to have that, right.
Well, hell breaking
like,
loose. So.
It's like noted. Like, I will not be going to
I
can't talk to you.
I don't do it to other people, but
back.
I don't. When I did it to somebody.
I remember you guys passed out because you did that.
No. I didn't throw a situation in their face. They owed me something. I said, all right, since you want to be stupid, give me my shit. That's what it was. That's different from throwing your traumas in your face. Am I right or am I wrong?
That is different.
No. So don't be naming that amongst me, bitch.
She said don't put that on her.
I'm not toxic.
Oh, did me and Rebecca get in an argument on
this year?
Naming that in that toxic episode, like saying what our toxic trait was?
It was. When we thought you was gonna walk off.
What episode was that?
Back.
No, it wasn't quarantine because I was on that one.
Because we had an accountability episode. Which was
yeah.
What was the name of the episode?
No. It wasn't accountability because accountability was Zoom. So it's around quarantine 53.
Yeah.
Because my aunt just died. I went to Florida. So
was that Going Peace?
It might be.
We were here.
It
we
might
was
be
definitely here.
Going Peace or Quarantine because quarantine was our last.
It wasn't quarantine because I was here when you was about to walk off. I was out there.
Right.
It might be Going Peace
because I was like,
I never forget. Marcus was like, "This is good content." And mind you, it was not.
Because it was
planned.
like
that shit was real
y'all
life.
argued or whatever, and then it was like, and you tried to go to jail for just wasting 15 minutes of our time.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I was silent for 20.
Getting in real time.
20
real life.
About 20 minutes. I was looking at the video and I was just sitting here, probably like
You was
human.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't walk off. But I
Me
knew if I walked off, that would be
prepared for you.
That's me walking off forever.
Bad.
That wasn't going because I think I told my
gonna walk off
therapist, she was
forever?
like calming, a cool off. I was like, no, there's no cooling off. That's just me out forever.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
That's just
Out
me
forever.
Dramatic as hell.
So summertime was
That's when the world opened back up.
Yeah, we started
Slowly.
going.
So
surely.
Beck got to celebrate her birthday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We did our little powwow in your backyard.
Yeah,
What
for
was
my
it called?
birthday.
What did we call it?
quarantine
No.
gazebo
called it
something.
Gazebo and chill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that was for your birthday. I'm gonna say, what did we do for your
That
birthday?
Thursday.
Mhm.
Which I didn't want to do anything.
You didn't, but I made you
Yeah.
have something.
Gotta do something.
Yeah. So,
Well, that was enough.
Right. It was
right, because I don't ask for much. So it was cute in the backyard.
We had good conversation back there.
good chats.
Mhm.
Good
We always have good
food,
chats.
liquor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Haley for always being like a voice of reason.
Yeah.
And being so positive.
mm-hmm.
She's somebody that could do both.
Right.
Yes.
Ratchet and positive.
Right,
Yeah.
because when shit
Did
is
that.
fucked up, she gonna say, "Oh nah,
Right.
Right.
niggas tried
Because
it."
what Haley be like, because I'm never going to argue with a random,
Oh,
period.
yeah. Strapped up.
So shout out to Haley. So yeah, birthday season. The funniest thing about my birthday, my birthday season was
I remember your birthday.
receiving a cake. And this is why I say I'm toxic vibes around toxic things.
Do you contribute to the toxic?
I'm sure I do.
remember last year you said wasn't bringing no function.
No.
I mean, granted,
We lied.
to give you a pass, this year has been nothing but fuck shit.
Right.
So it's allowed.
So-
Yeah.
It's like the world was fuck shit. I'm
Right.
just walking
So-
in it. But I had months.
I remember her saying that when leaving all the fuck
The
shit.
world
But
was fuck shit.
You get a
That
pass.
last episode, I'm like, I'm leaving all the fuck shit behind. But on my birthday, I got a cake, and on the cake was like names of guys that I dated.
What you did?
I'm about to say,
Who else?
we seriously?
Oh,
Wait, who?
the friend.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Why you just now finding out in
did I know about
December?
that?
I don't know. I think because Beck loves an update.
So I inquired.
She lives
I
for
be
an
inquiring.
Beck loves an update,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure I probably didn't.
So I'm
even,
like, so
how was your birthday?
yeah.
And I was like, girl, let me see if I can recall the things that happened. So I told her step by step, and then when I got to the cake, I was like laughing, crying. I wasn't crying, but my
Laughing,
voice was my voice cracked. And I'm like, why are you like this? But I found it funny because I'm like, it bothers you. And the fact that you did all this is ridiculous. And you're a
Right.
crybaby because if I reciprocated it,
Mhm.
you would be livid.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't tell me.
That's
Because
It wasn't meant to.
That
wasn't
is
meant for us.
funny.
That would have been
Right.
that would have been another thing. Oh God, we got to live with this forever.
Listen.
Right.
I just mind my business. Because when you don't like somebody that your friend is dealing with, you just gotta let them go
Yeah.
in
Just
peace.
keep your mouth closed.
Yep, just
Girl, let it go in peace.
because
Maybe the main one's bringing it up.
no. That's because if that's what you want, and if that's
No.
what makes
That's
you
what you
happy,
want.
I don't
Just
even
do
be
it.
one.
I don't tell my friends to leave their man.
Yeah.
I don't have a man, but
I don't tell my friends to leave their man or anybody that they're dealing with. I don't tell my friends to do that because that's your relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know the ins
Shit,
and
I
outs.
do.
Like
I feel
you
like
do.
my nigga
Break up with him.
It's toxic as fuck.
Right.
Let it go.
No, because I wouldn't
Nah,
be.
it's some real toxic shit. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not because I don't like him. Period. So that's not me talking from a
relationship
You're not
standpoint.
unbiased.
Right.
Because I would
That
damn
person,
sure be like,
them
if
as
I
a
knew that.
person, yeah, them as a person compared to them as that person's
person.
Yeah, it's different.
person.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it's different.
Right, that is different.
I'm like, that just
It's
added
way
to
different.
compounded is added on to
Right.
shit that I don't like.
But that was very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
So what else?
You got a
What
good heart,
summer?
yeah.
You got a good heart.
No,
You're
I
so forgiving.
No, I think
all
life.
is well.
No, I
She's
think
all
life
is
has
well.
prepared me
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with all sorts of people.
this is true.
Life has prepared me
to
for
not be surprised about any fuck shit that
such
comes.
as this.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think because I know the individual so well, it's just like,
Mhm. 2 days
That
later,
was
it's
some
gonna
fuck
be
shit.
begging on hands and knees. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Why? You wanted
Why
a
you
refill?
I don't got no mixer with it.
Oh, and
You know, right?
Just
You
take
know.
it to the face.
you ain't breastfeeding.
Shout out to the
But
Henny.
what else happened in July? I don't
What
remember.
happened
What
in
episode
July?
so Jazzy came.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to
Ladies
Melanin-
First,
Melanin
episode
Uncorked
61.
I love Jazzy. And we were talking about women empowerment
And Mean
events.
Girls.
Yes.
And are they like a real thing? Or do we
Yeah.
just think that it's just
I'm not
BS.
for really
remember you said that.
the women empowerment ones that I say. I'd be like, it's all about getting cute and just like
having a brunch?
having a brunch and kind
same
of low
people
key
on the
like
panel.
bragging
Mhm.
who's making more and like not really telling you
How you can level up.
how you can level
Right.
up.
It's just I leveled up.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever been to a women empowerment event aside from
Julie's
Julie's
Launching.
anniversary
Yeah.
launch in
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
But
She's cute.
But I feel like she allowed everyone time to speak.
Yeah.
Right. She was really intentional about that.
Right. So I feel like that is a part of it. But you
Mhm.
just
Give
me just
everybody,
sitting
yeah.
up there listening to you, blah 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 blah. I feel like
Talk
that-
about how you went from
yeah.
some rags to riches. It's like, okay, that's cute, but how?
Right.
Like, who was the vendor that you hit up for? Da, da, da,
Right,
da?
Right. No,
Yeah.
that definitely stuck out to me.
Like
about,
how can are you
Julie's
giving me
event.
tools to
Right.
apply when I go back?
Right.
Mhm.
Like, how do I go about finding vendors or whatever? Like, are you doing that? Are you equipping me so I can
Right.
be in the position
Right.
that you're in?
Right.
And I think one thing that Jazzy said, like, you know, it hit. She was like, you know, if we have an event and I have a vendor table and you can't pay for a vendor table, well, look, we're going to split this vendor table in half here. Come put your stuff on my table so that you can, you know, sell your stuff. Like, that's it. And it's like the aftermath. It's like, okay, we do all this talking and pass out all these business cards,
How we
but
moving
are we
forward.
actually keeping in touch with those people and making those connections with those
Right.
people?
Because that's major.
That's
Sure.
what the networking. Right. That's what it's supposed to be about. when
Even
we
if
go
it
to a
doesn't
networking
serve
event.
you, if your friend needs something,
Right.
like it's not for you. You're from any. Oh, I met this girl at this
Right.
event,
I
and
do
I was
it all
talking
the
to her.
time.
Like, connect people.
Yeah.
Be the
You the
plug.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can help, but so far. But if somebody really wants to invest in themselves, they will pay for your knowledge and your,
Absolutely.
you know, support and etc. Don't
Absolutely.
get confused. Everything ain't for free. I'm not supposed to just put you on
Absolutely,
game for
no.
free. My
Absolutely.
knowledge and my
Time,
expertise may come with a price. And
Right.
if you
Right.
are, you know, strong in what you want to do and you are taking pride in what you want to do,
You gonna do what you gonna pay.
you're going to
Right.
pay.
And then make
Invest
sure
in
when you
yourself.
have those events and you charging people, it's quality. A quality event
Content.
itself.
Yeah.
But the stuff, the tools, the thing, the talk is quality, not just a
Girl.
bunch of jibber jabber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we talked about mentorship because you know we're big on mentorship. Another big thing about that episode was the entanglement
Oh,
with
yeah.
Jada
Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
Forgot that
and
happened, too.
August something.
August Alsina.
Yeah. So that was a big thing.
came
Entanglement
out with
was
a
like
whole
a
song after that.
buzzword
Mhm.
for so long.
Some people still
It
using
died
it.
down. It did die down. a
it
little
did
bit.
die down.
And
I mean,
she
people
just
are
came back on Red Talk like nothing
Right.
ever
Like
happened.
But that's how it always
it was big.
happens.
Let it fizzle down.
Yeah.
15 minutes
Because
of fame.
shortly after that, I'm pretty sure it was something else that came to take
Didn't
our attention.
Offset cheat this year?
Yeah.
So many
she filed-
times.
She
filed
cheated
to-
this
for
year, but she
divorce.
filed for divorce.
Yeah.
She said it wasn't because of cheating, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, but she
Well,
took
No,
she
but
went
also
back.
probably I think so he was on live texting and then when she came in the room, he put the phone underneath his lap. Like also like, oh, the baby mother spilled tea about like him trying to hit her up for sex.
I remember that.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But I remember when that episode came when she filed for divorce and I was just like, girl, we went with you with.
Yes.
Do you,
Because
girl?
who was talking with us? Oh, it was the Jester. Shout out to
yeah.
him. For coming
Semicolon
up, yeah, for
episode.
coming up all the way from Maryland to record with us.
Mhm.
He was saying like, oh, because y'all was so gun ho, oh, pro Cardi, and now she back with him, and it's like, oh, we'll just let her be. And like you said, we just said, listen, at the end of the day, whatever she
is
do,
for
she
you
gonna
is
do.
for you.
Right. That's your business. You go
Right.
back, you go back. I remember a text
Don't even
thread
matter.
recently. We were in the group chat and we were talking about someone's birthday. And then Danny goes, sis, we all go back.
Right.
But I was thinking that about her. I'm like, girl, you
Everybody
love
go
him.
back.
Right.
Right.
It's
I'm always
And both of
always
y'all
root for you
toxic.
choosing yourself. But if you decide to go back, that's on you.
And like she
That's
said,
fine,
And
they're
too.
young.
eventually you'll choose yourself.
Right.
And
And I'm
that's
gonna still be here for you.
Right.
Still rooting for you.
It might not be now, it might be 10 years later, but
Right.
eventually you'll
And
get it.
Like she said, they're young, they're in love, and everything they do is just broadcasted for
And
the
she
world.
said
to
that
see.
she-
magnified. Know
Yeah.
everything. That's
Right,
what
right.
that's for me. I
Right.
still don't know everything. So how
Right.
I can't put my 2 cents on your
Right.
situation,
She said
'cause I don't
she's
know
toxic.
the ins and outs.
Yeah,
Right.
she did say she's toxic.
Yeah, she said
That's
she's
the first
toxic.
step.
Well, at least
Admit your
Admit
toxic
you're right.
trait.
admit you have a
Right,
problem.
right.
Right, exactly.
Joe.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty
sorry.
sure I
I'm
admitted.
toxic.
Oh,
I've admitted that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not toxic. I have
you have
toxic
toxic traits.
but I'm not a toxic
we have
person.
toxic traits.
depending on who it is.
I feel like
too.
everybody
We
has
don't. We're not fully
toxic
toxic
traits
Yeah.
in one way
because
or
I'm
another.
a very peaceful, at peace Zen person.
Mhm.
It depends on who it is.
I-
Some people can ruffle my feathers.
I think
more
some
than
people can
others.
pull
people
like the
definitely draw
toxic.
the
Some
toxic
people
out.
wants to see the toxic side.
And
of
sometimes you just can't
you. Have to give it
in.
to them. Yeah.
They add the salt on the meat to bring out the flavor.
Sometimes, honestly, it's
Listen.
sometimes a little fun being toxic.
Sometimes
It is.
Get a good story.
We
I
all
don't,
got a
I
little
don't know. I feel
toxicity.
like you're just toxic with that person. But
Right.
Yeah.
I can't say that you're toxic with
Yeah,
anybody
I
else.
agree. I don't.
Yeah.
I think
He
just
brings
that
out the
person.
toxicity in you.
Just that situation. I agree
Yeah.
with that. Mhm.
Absolutely, because
And we
You
always
know,
got that person.
We always
Right,
yeah.
'cause
we
any other
always
time-
got that person.
That's true.
Right.
any
It's
other
that
time
person.
it's go in peace.
Yep.
Right.
Be well.
Yeah.
All is well.
Yeah.
There's just some situations that shit don't fly.
Right, and then it'd be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Just that quick.
Go to hell.
And then next
Jasmine
week you back with
favorite
him. So
free.
yeah,
Right.
you know, be like that.
So now we in the August, September. September was Danny and Trail's birthday.
Yes.
We got to wear all green for Danny's birthday. I love that.
And
He was lit.
I didn't look up the meaning, but Jazz did, and she put it under her caption, and I was like, "Oh, so fitting." I guess I was led. Spirit
Right.
led. Spirit led
I
me
was
to that
led.
color.
But then when I thought about it, each one of us simultaneously had like a green
meeting.
moment for that year. I think Beck started it
yeah.
off.
For that year, this year.
This year. Beck, but throughout the years, because Beck started it off her anniversary dress.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I did have that on.
That was last
Oh,
year.
no.
That was
Our
last
anniversary.
year.
Throughout the years, I said.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I had a green dress for Jess's
Oh yes, for the gala.
gala, and I
Mhm.
also had a green dress for Sequin and Sip, our last one.
When did Trill wear green?
I don't
Okay,
know.
maybe just the
I
three
don't
of
think
us.
I have.
You ain't have it yet.
Trail's time is
Double
coming.
check.
Soon
No, I
come.
feel like
I
you
mean, I
did
had
have a green.
for Danny's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't have it yet.
Other than that, I don't think so.
Yeah, we
That's
have had a
sticking
green
out to
moment.
me.
But
No,
that was
me either.
lit. Then Trell's birthday. We went
Whoa.
to Jazz. So random, but
sugar.
so memorable.
Stallion.
Yeah.
I missed it.
That old
Trell
Italian.
yeah, Trell
That was about to pay
attract-
Trell's.
And that was the other side of Haley.
yeah.
And that was because that sis was pimping me.
Yes.
He
But
paid that whole
he ended up
$600
paying-
bill.
He paid our whole. He paid the tab for myself and all of my friends.
It was like 13
and it
of
was
us.
like
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
It was
We
13
love
of
to
us.
hear it.
Paid the whole
Hey.
thing.
We love to hear
More
it.
of that
And he was
energy.
like, "What we doing tomorrow?" We like, "Oh, we going to the
Right, he
vineyard."
texted me a couple times after that, like, I'm down here if you and your friends about to come through.
He's like,
Like,
oh, we can go
bitch,
to
you
the
ain't
casino.
text
I get a limo or something.
Yeah. And then somebody was like, "I gotta work." He was like, "That's what sick time is for." I bet you he would have paid. I
Right,
think it was
this-
Haley. Like, "Oh, you
He
want to
was
pay me for
around,
my day
but
off?"
I was not around.
Yeah, right.
And I
More
think
of that energy.
Yeah.
It was city girl vibes.
City girl
You know how
vibes,
we always be
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I'm with it," and then when
And
it
then when it
happened,
really
we
get
need a
down to
sugar
it, be
daddy.
like,
But when the opportunity presented itself,
Exactly.
it was
You know,
like,
y'all
nah.
know I'm the
'Cause
queen.
it's
It's
when
when I
it-
need a sugar daddy, but
Yeah.
Without-
not for real.
Without the sugar.
And
Right.
for
He
sure
wanted
wanted the
sugar.
sugar. He
Yes.
wanted,
He wanted
sugar that
all
night.
of that brown
Right.
sugar.
You thought he was getting sugar that night.
He did.
I'd be the one pushing it. I'd be like,
Hell yeah.
That's when you
Yeah,
toxic
Jasmine
too.
was over here like, these motherfuckers is ordering lemon drops. They didn't even order shots.
Who ordered
They didn't
that?
give a fuck.
I had that lemon drop.
I'm like,
I was like,
the
let me,
fuck? That?
I'm like, let me get something that everybody would like.
Do say, baby?
Nigga, we said you better get them Henny shots. Mind you,
But that
I'm
was
big
before
and
we knew.
pregnant. I'm
Right,
like, give me the
right.
shot so I can give it to Trell.
That was before we knew he was gonna. Before he decided to pay the whole bill.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a shot, the original
That
shot.
was the original shot.
Oh.
tiptoeing.
And then when he was like,
Still
"Yeah, what else y'all
tiptoeing.
want?" We like, "Okay, bet."
Right.
Oh, the fun.
Good
That was
time.
That was a good time. That was a
September.
great birthday. For you.
We also in September we had our Suicide Awareness.
Yes.
Episode with the
Semicolon.
Jester. Like we said, shout out to him for coming up I-95 for us.
And actually sharing his story and letting people know that men go through it too. Like it's not just, women, and being able to talk and using his testimony to help others.
Definitely.
That was
A
definitely that was very like, wow.
Because men don't like to share. They don't like to feel vulnerable. Like I was just talking, I went to New York. I just was talking to my homeboy, and he was saying like he's in a very dark place right now. And he's like, oh, I can't talk to my wife. And I get it. I get it, but I don't get it, but whatever.
Right.
Because he's like, it's something that she just won't understand. And I understand. I'm like, you should talk
you had to
to
give her that
somebody.
option,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to talk to your wife about that. Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody.
But not
That you
another woman.
trust.
Just not right. Just
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No, I'm more so saying either
A professional.
a man friend
Or a professional.
or a professional that you
Right.
talk
Yeah.
to. Because I'm like, you
Can't hold
gotta
it
get
in.
it
right.
out.
I said you gotta get. I said the
No
very
good.
least right.
Yeah.
Get your thoughts out,
right.
and just like there's no right or wrong way to start. Just get the right, and once you start
But-
writing, it just flows.
I wonder if he's assuming that she won't understand.
That's probably the case. I feel like guys do that a lot. That's why I said give her the
Because it's like
give her
this
the
is
option
the husband
or the opportunity to show you.
Macho.
It
This
may
is
not even
supposed to
be
be
some
the-
things,
yeah.
but it's like, some things you share in therapy that you won't tell your friends. And it's some
That's
shit
true.
I write in my journal that I won't even tell my therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
true.
understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to
I fully get
former
it, but I do think
therapist.
you have to at least give the opportunity to, even if you don't talk about everything or this one specific thing.
Well, I
At least give
asked,
her the
I was
opportunity
like,
to be there
is it
for you.
affecting your relationship?
Right.
Because
Because
if
that's
it's
what I was
not
about to
affecting your
say.
relationship, then okay.
That's what I was about to say. I'd rather you say, listen, I'm in a dark place. It's something that I don't think you will understand. Give me time or blah, blah, blah. So she could still be there for you, but you're not telling her
right.
what it is. Because like you said, if you're in a dark place and it's affecting our relationship and I don't know what it is, but you assuming that I'm not understanding, like that's just a whole whirlwind of
Right. And
There's
that
also
happens
the
in a
assumption-
regular
friendships and
relationship.
stuff too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Samantha told us, listen, I'm not with it right now. I'm
Stepping
stepping back for a little minute.
Mhm.
You have to communicate with the people that love and care about
That's
you.
what
Yeah, 'cause I'm
saying.
not
Even
mad
then,
if
it's
you
still
don't-
The assumption of it's not affecting the relationship. Are you sure about that? 'Cause you
Right.
still gotta have some, like you said, even if
This
you don't
is
say
true.
what it is, you still gotta have that conversation because you can think it's not affecting your relationship.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
not mad
really
if you
know?
don't want to talk to me about it, but give me a heads up. Let a
Right,
nigga
that
know.
something's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it could be in their situation, she might be thinking it is her. You know
I was
how
about to
we
say
do.
that. Yeah,
oh
it could
yeah,
be that.
we always
that-
overthinking. Oh,
Right. No.
listen.
And
Right.
he has a son, and I'm like, does it affect your relationship with him? Because I know when I'm like having a moment or I'm processing, I'm snappy as fuck at Kendall,
Yeah, it happens.
and I have to check myself
I'm
because
the
I'm
same.
like, it's not
Right.
you. I'm just having a moment right now, and you're just
you gotta
coming
check
in.
yourself. I'm the same. So it's definitely a thing.
And that's why you have to make sure that it's not affecting. Because even though you might say, well, no, I'm not affecting, it's not affecting our relationship because I'm still being regular.
On the other
end, it's like, yo, I can
I'm
tell.
still picking
'Cause,
up
know,
on
we
it.
always tell everything.
right,
Yeah, so.
right.
What else we got?
That was.
Movie.
Oh, now we're in October. We had breast cancer.
Oh,
Yep.
pink.
Mhm.
Yep.
Shout
Saving
out
the
to,
paint.
Miss
I don't know.
Eileen
Mhm.
for
Yep,
coming
the
on.
aunties.
And, sharing their stories.
We talked about the debate.
Yeah.
I was the you tried it, which is so funny because I guess that was like, who, me?
Oh yeah, 'cause that was when we had went out for my birthday, my pre-birthday dinner, and we see you trying to be like,
Uh-huh.
I suppose. The importance
suppose.
of early detection.
Yeah.
And just to update, I have a primary care doctor.
Oh,
I've-
good.
So,
Good job.
Whatever you-
I found me a new one too, a black
Yeah, I need to
female.
find a new one because the one I
Um,
very
had,
adamant about that.
Ruth
yeah.
Ginsburg,
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
she
sure.
passed
Supreme,
away.
Supreme Court Justice.
That was big.
Mm-hmm.
Passed that around that time. That was huge. One
Yeah.
of our biggest 2020 losses.
Mhm. Did Chad pass away before her?
Yeah.
No, I think it was
I think it was after.
Because I feel like it was just more recent, like within like the
Not.
wasn't it like was
Hers
it
is
October?
recent too.
It might have
Is
been
it? We're in
the same month.
October right now.
It might have been the same month.
Damn.
Yeah, it
Because-
might have been in the same week or two, same time span.
I'm about to say.
Damn.
because that was a major loss as well.
Yeah.
when
Hell
Chad
yeah.
Bozeman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they both dying of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
August
Chad was
The
August.
black
No.
Panther.
28. Why does this say
It can't
that?
be.
They probably got
It's
it.
August 28th up here.
Really?
So like the
Buried
beginning of
September 3rd.
Wow.
Damn.
And when she was around.
October.
Time is just flying.
Because you know she's trying to hold on for the
Yeah.
election.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like October-ish.
Her
I
dying
know. I
wish.
just watched last night. We watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and you know he was in it.
that was interesting.
I don't like the way it ended.
I didn't either.
was
And
very
I gotta
weird.
watch it because
was
not
short.
even
His acting
him,
was
but
amazing.
Viola
Right.
just. Oh my God.
she sweats a lot.
She just. Does she always sweat a lot?
Yes.
Or was that just a rule?
No. She
sweats a lot, but I
in
think it also
everything
was
that
the
she
rule.
Because
did.
I'm like, she
And
just.
she put on weight and stuff.
She just.
What movie
She
was
killed-
it?
She did.
She did.
I seen a
She
snippet
did.
and I lived for a monologue and she just.
Yeah,
movie
because I
was
guess it was a play.
He had good monologue too.
Yeah, he did.
He had good
He
one,
really
too.
did. Yo, at the end, it's a spoiler alert because you should have watched it already. But when he stabbed the guy, like, yo.
And then everybody just did it. It was
I know.
So
It was weird. It was
so
weird for me, but it was really good.
It was good. I
It was
enjoyed it.
really
But I said
good.
the thing, I'm like, this is a weird scene. It was a
Yeah,
weird
because then
scene.
it just ended.
Mm-hmm. And then Babu was saying that he had saw where somebody
Who?
was like,
The boo.
Oh, I thought she said baboo.
And she like sounded like she said
Like, niggas
that.
got
It
pet
did.
names and shit
I
now?
thought she said that, but I'm so far away from her. I'm
Babu.
like,
I said
What?
Babu. But
Oh.
he was saying that he saw something.
I guess get
somebody
used
was
to saying
like,
it.
he acted like he knew that was
Someone
gonna
will be
be
big.
his last role.
Possibly.
And
You
it's
know, people be
definitely possible. They
knowing.
be knowing.
yeah.
It's a thing, but he did
It
really
is a
good.
thing.
I enjoyed it. It just ended really, really. It feels like something's missing.
I have to check it out. I don't feel like I'm ready just because I know like
Mm-hmm.
he was sick and I don't feel like I'm
It
ready
is
for
hard, 'cause
that.
even
'Cause he's
watching, you know,
skinny.
he's
He was skinny.
skinnier,
Yeah.
and so I was thinking that too. It was like sad to see him playing, knowing that you know.
Mhm.
he just really-
I saw Denzel do an interview recently.
Yeah.
He's such a
'Cause
man
he,
of wisdom.
His executive produced it.
Yeah. So he was saying, his thoughts about him, Chad.
And even their history is so crazy.
Yeah, that Denzel
that he
paid.
paid for his schooling and yeah.
They said that he was our Denzel.
Yeah. Like
Our
our
generation's
generation's
Denzel.
Denzel.
I
can see
Yeah,
that.
Absolutely.
I can see
Same.
that.
And so
The range.
Denzel was just like, I was just stepping back and looking how his girlfriend
He
or
said you
his
need to marry that girl.
yeah, how
And,
she
yeah.
just tended to him, took care of him, just always looked out for him. Like,
Mhm.
you got to marry that girl, not knowing that there was a purpose why she was so attentive to him.
Mhm.
And an older man, like, listen,
You need to
do
marry
right
that
by
girl.
her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There needs
And
to
he
be,
did.
yeah.
Like, because they weren't married long before he passed away.
Right.
Mhm. Wow.
And just making
Make sure
sure
she was
Right.
straight.
I
making
was
sure,
gonna say
yep,
that.
making
Set her
sure
up.
she was,
But y'all better, ain't too many old heads out here.
No.
But y'all better listen to y'all old heads.
Yeah, and the old heads out here is
They be knowing.
acting like a new
Right.
head.
Right.
Acting like a new head. Your big homie acting like the little homie. So.
Right.
Age really don't matter.
Mhm.
so make sure you make that
Right, we
girl,
trying to tell y'all
put that girl on
niggas.
that life insurance policy,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Trying to
she's
tell
worthy
y'all
of it.
niggas.
Right.
Y'all be fucking over the wrong ones.
Because you ain't gonna get them twice.
You ain't gonna be
You
in
ain't
that.
gonna get that
You ain't gonna be in
same.
that horse and carriage, nigga. You
Right.
gonna be to.
You
That,
ain't
shit, that shit look nice over there, but you got a good one at home. You better chill.
You gotta work
Right.
for that.
Mhm.
You best to chill. So we was
What is
October. We only
October?
had one episode. November we had the election.
We hosted it's the vote for me
Yep.
Mhm.
with
Wasn't we hosted
Mouse.
then?
With the Mouse Jones.
Yep,
That's my
Mouse
pod bae
Jones.
on the low. Crush.
So that was good. It was on Zoom in the city.
Mhm.
Shout out to the Department of Cultural Affairs for throwing that and just
Mhm.
talking about the importance of voting and why we should vote. Bugatti was on there, me and you, and Mouse just having a good dialect and even having a dialect of, look, this is why I don't vote.
Right.
And, it wasn't to say,
and that
look,
makes
you
the
have to vote.
that makes a better conversation
Absolutely.
because it is opposing views.
Mhm.
It's not just one side. You should go vote. You should go vote
Mhm.
because
Right.
it caters to people that do vote
Right.
and people that do not, and some of them actually have valid reasons
Right.
as to why they don't want to vote.
And listening to those valid reasons helps the people that are running
Right.
know what to do to reel
To get
those
that
people
vote.
in for the next time or whatever the
Mhm.
case may be. So yeah, it was a good conversation. We did a lot of politics stuff in November.
Yeah, and all our chats, our hot topics were geared to the election.
Mhm.
Well, it took
It's
like
a really big
a
time.
few days for them to actually declare
Yeah.
Right.
that
So-
Joe
Won. Actually, months, because Joe won like 5 times.
I'm about to say he's still winning.
He's right.
I know, clearly.
They still recounting,
Homeboy's still
counting.
trying
I'm like,
to-
how many L's you got to take? Me and my friend were talking about
I
it.
know,
How
right?
many L's? Like,
I ain't taking too many. Y'all said he won. All right, he won.
That's
Let
what
me
I
just
said,
take my shit.
concede.
Somebody had posted said, I'm like, yo, he persists. Like Trump is persistent.
He is.
Right. He still didn't concede.
Trying to create doubt that he is a psychopath for real.
And then I tipped out because I had the baby on the 14th of November.
Right.
Oh, and
Before that, we didn't talk about. We had our moving forward episode.
I was just about to say
That was her
Before
last
she
episode.
went
Yeah.
out.
where we did our recap with Dr. Samantha Smalls.
Yes.
Recap of our episode last year, Do Better, when we had her
a
come
check
on.
in.
A
follow-up.
session.
Our conversation was much healthier.
Definitely.
Definitely.
If you put,
Like, it was
two
like-
back to back.
Yeah.
I
The
know,
first
right?
episode was very tense,
This
very
is where
heated.
it started. This is where how it's
Yeah.
going.
Right, basically.
Right. But it was much more
Support.
much
Very
more support,
supportive.
much more relaxed.
Yeah.
We did better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we did.
She
Yeah.
helped us a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
And we
appreciate
did our individual work.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think a big thing was in the summer, that accountability. I think when you realize your part in a situation, it just makes everything go smoother.
Yeah, and when you care enough to change it or
Right.
fix it.
Yep.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
accountability was
friendships.
big, and then it's and that's only if you care about the friendship.
If you care
If
about
not,
it, nurture it. If
then
not, then let
toodles.
it go.
Fuck
Right. And listen
No
to
more
the
pointless relationships in 2021.
listen to the I don't want to say criticism, but listen to like what they're saying
right.
and be receptive of it because
Right.
you're not always right.
I seen a meme
and you
that
got to
said
do
that.
better.
Right.
It said, it's only an insult to you when you're not ready to
Receive it.
receive the
Mhm.
truth about
Mhm.
yourself,
Yeah.
basically.
So there was 2 things I took away from 2020, and one was from the Insecure episode when the psychiatrist was saying, does this relationship serve you? Because we were so big on that. That was like our thing. Does this relationship
motto.
serve you?
Is this
So I'm like,
serving you?
everything. I'm like, are you serving me? Like, is this profit? Like, what do I get out of this? Or
You look at the
know,
person like,
right,
you ain't serving
right.
me.
You gotta go. And then the next one on Christmas, I was listening to the sermon, and it was like, where you don't give, there is no love. Because God gave His only begotten Son, so He gave. So
'Cause he
there,
loved,
so there is love.
Mm.
So if you're not giving, there is no love. And it hit
That makes
me
sense.
like
you tweeted that. I said, okay, Bishop with the sermon.
it hit me like bricks, because I was like, dang. And instantly I thought about my relationship with God.
Mhm.
Am I giving my time?
Mhm.
Am I giving love? Am I giving myself to receive the word, to listen to
Sacrifice.
God? Am I giving my tithe? So instantly I thought about me. And then when I tweeted it, it probably seemed like I was talking about like other things, but it really was me. But then when I put those 2 statements together,
Even in a friendship.
Right,
Am I giving more
right,
than...
I'm receiving. Because in a
Right.
friendship or any relationship that I
And
have,
you do go hard.
And we just
I-
had that conversation.
right,
last
I
morning.
give. So then it makes you think, do I receive? So then it's like, is this relationship that you're in whatever capacity it is it serving you?
Feeding your spirit.
Right. Because honestly, we're getting too old to be in things that are not serving us.
Absolutely.
And
Are not
why are we
fruitful,
in
yes.
something that are
It's true.
why are we in something that we're not receiving anything? There's no
Absolutely.
love.
Sowing in
The
bad
whole
ground.
point of anything, like whether it was with a man or woman, friends, no friends, children, family, mother, whatever, because we cut anybody off except your child.
So,
But,
go
Get
ahead.
cut off too.
you're not, if you're not receiving any love, how are you functioning? It's just like when I always say you can't get you can't pour
from
out of an empty cup.
Yep.
So
Funny you say that. It's not a relationship, but we were passing by my old job, and Kendall was like, "Oh, mommy, that's your job." I said, "No, that's my old job." She said, "Why don't you work there?" I said, "Because mommy didn't feel useful." And I said it wasn't making me happy, and I'm explaining to her like, if it does not make you happy, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I said, now I'm at a job where I feel useful. I'm happy. Like the environment is much better. I said, and of course, I'm gonna have to explain that to her for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
course.
But I'm like this, like she's 4, and I'm explaining happiness is important.
Absolutely.
Happiness is very important.
If you don't feel useful, if you don't feel fulfilled, then
it's just a waste.
right,
You
it's a
just-
waste.
And things you feel so much better, and things just shift once you remove yourself. Because I'm telling you,
Let me tell you.
I left my job. You know, y'all know how much I hated that job. Y'all don't know how much, but y'all heard me talk about it
girl,
multiple times. But I'm telling you, it's such a relief and a breath of fresh air when you let toxic shit go.
Mm-hmm. And you started your business. How do we?
And then
not say
and
that?
it pushed me to
And that was
you know
in my
do the
notes
shit that I really
too.
wanted to do.
What month was that?
September 1st. Well,
Brown
a little.
skin. I'm trying to.
That's
think
when
of
the
episode.
shop opened.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the Flesh is Weak. The Flesh is Weak, episode 65. Trell started Brown Skin Co. She was actually in the place. And then that was a pull-up episode. And then we talked about John Gray, Pastor John Gray, and he ended up sitting down.
As he should.
It's messy.
Right.
Before we go, I just want to, we lost a lot of people this year. Like I was looking like Alex Trebek,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kobe,
Yeah.
Chad. Who else did I see? Was it John Lewis?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I said he passed away this year?
Yeah.
Tiny Lester, we just recently lost.
Debo.
Yeah.
Right.
The girl Niecy
Yeah.
from Baps.
Yeah.
Natalie
Yes.
Lascelles, I think. The same as I think said last time. Natalie
A
Lascelles.
lot of like
Prominent
heavy hitters.
right.
people. Yeah.
And then when you scroll in, you see like the Shade Room posted pictures, like a heart
You
stop a little
automatic-
bit.
Especially
Right. Oh, I
for
hate when
Cicely
they do
Tyson's birthday that just happened.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all gotta chill. Don't wish her happy birthday. Because when they were posting, I'm like, ooh.
right.
But there was no
She been holding on.
Oh, Pop Smoke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was before quarantine.
That was
I
crazy.
feel like that was like in April.
Oh, okay.
So
during.
early
Yeah.
quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. So, shout out to them. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Everyone we lost this year.
Personally too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost a lot of people. personally.
We were hit
Golly.
hard back to back to back to back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I was listening to the episodes, I got so emotional because the way our wording was, like we never really fully talked about what was going on in our lives, but we were going
Right.
through so much, and I'm like, it's dramatic irony. Like the audience
was
doesn't
treading.
know what's going on, but we're sitting here trying to tiptoe around things that were going on. And like I said on the episode, Let's Pray, like I was like done mentally. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. But but God.
God has sustained us.
But God, He has sustained us in so
COVID,
many ways.
losing
I was
people,
thinking about that
losing jobs.
today. I was like, yo, if anybody look behind me, it's only one set of footsteps.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's no way.
Right.
Pushing you.
I was thinking about that when Amazing was on, and I was gonna put Amazing on. Like, God, you have been amazing throughout this year, just keeping us, because it was
Yes, sustained
such a
Yeah.
rocky.
It was a
Out
a
here.
really heavy time, but we've
Right.
been trending in the right direction over the
Right.
last couple months.
So God, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, absolutely. So, because we're about to shut it down.
We should have been shut it down. Our engineer looking at us like, what the fuck?
TikTok. I knew it was gonna be long because we had to go through the whole year.
Right.
Chatty Patty.
But 2021.
I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Yeah, I
just
feel
let it be what it's gonna be, because you know what?
My prayer when I pray, my prayer has just been I just praying that everything is positive this
Yeah.
year, and thanking God in advance for newness and greatness.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I'm just like
I
don't want to speak on it.
Okay, because I'm like, I can't even. I don't do New Year's resolutions really. Period. Because that's always for me. It's just more love,
Abundance,
more,
yeah.
right.
Yes,
So
right.
that's basically my
more than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
more
me,
than what I
it's-
had last year. Just more
For
of
me,
the
it's
good
just
stuff.
intentions over goals. Just me being more intentional in certain areas.
Okay,
I-
so
If I
lessons. You want to talk about lessons then? What this year?
I just know that I did a lot of them damn Facebook
no, and I was just
tests, and it
you
kept
took
saying
the
that
words
you're
out
gonna
of
be
my
pregnant,
mouth.
you're gonna be
If
pregnant.
I
And I said, you know what?
stand correctly, if I remember correctly, my what I prayed over us was manifestation, and we
This is true.
manifested a
A
lot.
lot.
Yes.
Your
This
business.
year.
My manifesting game. I can't even talk. My manifestation has been on point.
And that definitely was the prayer that I prayed or spoke that was going to happen. We manifested a lot.
Yeah, last year for me, what I was praying or manifesting for 2020 was more faith, less fear, and God was like,
He made that happen.
Right.
Yeah, like,
say no more.
Right.
All year,
say no
I
more.
literally like have been running on nothing but faith, and I still got ways to go to really for my faith to really be where I would like it to be.
Nah,
but this year he made me really
like
own the words that I
said.
no, like I could remember like this time last year, even at Dom's birthday party when me, you, and Duke was talking, I was like, "There's a shift. I'm about to go through a shift."
We were
Not
all
knowing, and we talked about
conversation.
shifts too.
Not knowing my shift wasn't about to be something positive.
Right.
It is a shift.
right. Mm-hmm.
We talked about a shift too.
And I was like, I prayed that I would be ready and be prepared. And, I said, once I lost my grandmother, I'm like, God, you must think the world of me. Because, you don't give the, what is it? You don't give
you don't give
you
a
can
strong
bear. Right.
back-
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
God, like, seriously?
Yeah.
But it was a shift that I couldn't even have had imagined.
Yeah. It's
But, because in
Supposed to
February 10th, I did not know I was going to see December.
true. Yeah.
So
It's true.
here I am. Like I said, God carried me because ain't no way.
Thank God for him.
Like
And therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Gregory, my grandmother. My grandmother passed in the same day that I have my son. Like what? Like what? Like how does that happen? But we are all still standing. We are all still manifesting.
Yes.
I
God
pray
is good.
that whatever God wants to happen in 2021, it will be done.
Right. I shared
That's
a
what I'll
meme recently
That will
about
be
Christmas.
done.
It was like, only thing I want for Christmas is to God to continue making my life better. And that's literally it for me. Just continue helping me do what I need to do to get to where I need to be.
Amen.
Right. I don't know. So maybe lessons because I've noticed lately everything that I've been seeing, God has been putting like visions and in everything that I see and actually say it, it's been coming to pass. So I will talk about lessons.
You a prophet, sis.
No, I'm not going to say that. No, don't put that on me. Don't put that on me. But I don't know what to pray for right now because I didn't even think of it. And the Spirit isn't telling me anything. But for lessons, definitely to hear and definitely hear what the Spirit is telling you. And discernment was big.
Oh yeah.
Me talking about discernment was huge, and my discernment has been like through the roof this year. So definitely hearing what the Spirit has to tell you, and when God gives you a lesson, try to learn from it the first time. And that's I think another thing that I in the episode Let's Pray, I'm like sometimes I'm stubborn and I hear God, but I don't really listen to what He's saying. So I have to go through lessons more than one time. So
Like, you didn't get it the first time.
right. So, and this is personal or whatever, whoever it's for. So just
There's gonna be a
take
positive
heed. Right. Yeah. Take heed to the lessons the first time. And don't be afraid to shed skin and let the suckers go. My grandmother preached that. And she preached that years ago, and that's always stuck with me. Let the suckers go. And when you let the suckers go, you just keep moving forward. Don't look back. Just keep moving forward because greater is coming.
Amen.
Greater is here.
3 years later, and Joe still bangs on the table.
Right.
I was like, is she gonna stop?
But it's a light bang.
At least she ain't eating.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into our recap of 2020.
Happy New Year.
We will see you in 2021. We love you guys.
Be safe.
And until
Bye.
next time.
Bye.
Deuces.
We love you guys. Oh.